to start this one. It'll be interesting to see how they use him with Christensen this afternoon in combination against Trent West. Maybaum and McMahon is two absolute elite athletes in a Wombat Gully Plan Farm on this near side wing.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Preliminary final is almost ready to go. Umpire Ganaccia with the footy. Push and shove has started between Wagner and Orgarinos. They're into it, and so's Thompson and Blood. This is going to be a cracker for a spot in the 2023 Grand Final. First quarter action thanks to Geelong Bank. Here's Jason Doherty on K-Rock Football.
Trent West goes up, but Christensen gets it down straight to Ollie Tate, who's been in great finals form for Leopold. Goes towards 50. Marcus Thompson traps it. Nick Stevens comes across too high there, and he's going to take a free kick. The skipper of Leopold. So Marcus Thompson kicking to the northern end in this first term against the Breeze. It holds up towards about 20 out in the middle. Cross goes up, can't take it. And playing for a free kick there was Brock Williamson. He's not going to get it. The umpire come in and he will ball it up about 30 metres out from the Leopold goal.
The umpire said that he ducked his head into that tackle.
Sure did.
Tap down Christensen, ball at ground level. Benson to attack it in the pocket. Justin, though, head over for Leopold. Jammed it on his left boot. The piano tuner! Finely tuned Logan Wagner kicks a goal for Leopold into the Breeze. And if my memory serves me correctly, Sam Hughes kicked one very early in the grand final last year into the Breeze at St Albans. So 1 straight 6, first quarter, Geelong Bank scoreboard. Logan Wagner with the goal for the Polders. St Mary's yet to score. A minute 24 played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Well, we know the midfield battle is going to be crucial today. They're two powerful midfields, but when you can get offensive, we know St Mary's midfield gets offensive, and that's what Leopold need to do. Challenge them offensively as well.
Just his 13th goal of the year, Logan Wagner playing game number 98 for the Polders this afternoon.
He's telling Max Orgarinos all about it too as he comes back to the middle. So Christensen goes up, gets it down, and then does his own roving work. Marcus Thompson, he puts the tackle on him just next to the centre circle, so we're going to have another ball up. West standing right next to it. Christensen got blocked by Benson in the end, trying to go up for it. Tate had it, and he got a handball away, but straight towards Christensen. It goes with a right foot kick towards centre half forward. Dobson goes up against a couple at the back. Burgess need to get rid of it now. He gets tackled, comes free. They go now. Leopold towards Pepper. He can't take it. Williamson can. He's going to wheel and go and kick back towards half back. Bond got a hand to it for St Mary's. Did well. Turns around, left foot kick inside 50 again. Out wide into that forward pocket position, Sprague. And also Harris Jennings, and they see it over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in about 35 around from the St Mary's goal.
Not the greatest kick from Brock Williamson there, is it? Against the Breeze, trying to spot somebody up at centre half back.
No, that's a long down the line kick, that one, particularly on this attacking side.
Boundary throw in left forward pocket, southern end of the ground, West front position, double palm down to the front of the pack. Christensen there trying to knock it away. Pepper held up in a tackle by Garner. There's a couple of likely types going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup, that one.
We'll get another stoppage for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. 201 Townsend Road in Moolap. West, well, beautiful tap down, but he just missed Thompson. Thompson fumbled, ball out of bounds, boundary throw in left forward pocket. Hope you're enjoying the call wherever you're listening. K-Rock 955, KRockFootball.live, or watching through the AFL Barwon live stream this afternoon. We'll get another boundary throw in. Ball back into play for West to again win the tap, nearly do his own roving. He got his head over the ball, but then he left the footy behind. Garner came through for St Mary's. So did Orgarinos, and it's out of bounds again. And we've got another boundary throw in left forward pocket. 3.5 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Port Phillip Ferries daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute.
So throw in. Deep forward for St Mary's. In front, Christensen. West worked his way to the front, gave a big fist away. The piano tuner to Justin, the man with two first names. He goes out wide with a left foot kick, missed the target. And Harry Ling was looking for insufficient intent, but he's not going to get it there. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. In between wing and half forward on the outer side, we're going to see a bit of play with the Breeze going over to that pocket at the southern end of the ground. Christensen and West lock in the ruck contest. Thompson for Leopold. He's wrapped up and loses the football on the tackle. The umpire's calling play on. Now Blood over the top of it for St Mary's. Ball spills free. The piano tuner's handball. Only as far as Maishman. Got it away to Benson by hand. Now Ling at the back of the pack. Inside 50. Over the back Dowling. Oh, sits for him at the second attempt. Can he get around? No, he loses the football on the tackle, and that's holding it. And Leopold through. Trent Thompson will take the free kick.
He's called to play on, and he'll kick wide, and Tate's finding the footy early for Kerrs Hire. He marks it right half back. That was a good little bit of defensive effort by Trent Thompson. Thompson actually stripped the footy out of the grasp of Dowling's no mean feat. Kick to the wing. Noffy, the target, couldn't mark. Front of the pack, Williamson's been lively early. Now he drives Leopold towards the forward pocket, and Giddings could spoil Burke. Knocked it out of bounds for a boundary throw in the right forward pocket, or right half forward, where the 50 meets the boundary line. We'll get it tossed back into play, but this is just set up early nicely for Leopold, just holding firm defensively and finding a way to get the ball forward into the breeze. Boundary throw in. Christensen getting a fist on that one. Head over the footy, or Williamson might have copped one there. Again, gets a free kick. Thompson will stop and won't take the advantage. It will come back and be a free kick to Brock Williamson, the Port Arlington youngster. Well, not so young now, but finding his way in GFNL footy. Handball off. Kick. Burgess towards 20 from goal. Cross goes up with the one hand for Leopold. Couldn't mark. Ball at ground level. Tackle laid. McMullen brought to ground. We'll get a ball up about 20 out from the Leopold goal. So Cross sent forward.
That's the trick, Kirsch, isn't it, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's it.
Contest. Now Stevens puts the tackle on again. About 30 out from the Leopold goal. We're going to have another ball up.
The advantage with Cross down there as well is that his defensive side of it, when the ball hits the ground, keep it in there. Exactly right.
So from the ruck contest, falls to the back Benson. And he's wrapped up straight away for St Mary's. Riley Stone puts the pressure on there, and we are going to have a ball up about 30 out from the Leopold goal. They are 1 straight 6. They lead. St Mary's yet to score. Geelong Bank, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. Check out geelongbank.com.au. It's going to be a free kick in the ruck contest, and actually it's in the stoppage, and Brock Williamson, who is causing all sorts of headaches, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe for St Mary's to have a shot at goal, or is it Thompson having a shot? In fact, it's Thompson. Williamson had the footy, but he had to give it. I think Williamson was trying to claim it, but it'll be Thompson who will have a shot at goal. Marcus Thompson, the skipper of the Polders.
He was on the move, so that worries the defensive structure of a stoppage, because Thompson was on the move, so they tried to hold him, stop his run, and that gave away the free kick.
Left-hand goal post has got to be his target. He's going to have to kick through the footy. We saw a shot in the reserve grade clash from Billy Clark from about 10 metres further out that actually didn't make the distance. This won't be a distance worry, just more about kicking through the footy. Thompson on his way. He's pulled, he's shanked it that badly. He's put it out of bounds on the full. He did try to keep it low, but in doing so, he's hit the instep and he's missed everything. And a free kick to be taken in the right back pocket by Burke for St Mary's.
So Burke now drives it long with the breeze. Loftus to have a run at it over the back. Noffy punched it down. Garner tracks it back towards their defensive 50. McMahon's handball. McMullen under pressure. Got the handball away. Shuffled it towards Chalcraft. Now St Mary's try and get out of trouble again. High kick up the chimney towards half back. Coming out west. Can't take it. Benson rides a bump. Rides two. Great handball to McMahon. Releases him. His handball further to Blood. To Garner on centre wing. Inside 1-on-1. Over the back. Sprague can run onto it. It might run through for a goal. Where's it going to bounce? Sprague into his hands, and he's pushed off the footy and nearly runs. Well, he does run into the fence and nearly runs over it, and it's through for one behind. So they get on the board, St Mary's. They are that one behind. Leopold 1 straight 6, and that's on the Geelong Bank K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. And we've played 8 minutes. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
Edward Benson getting his hands free after 2 tackles. Strong.
Justin runs from his defensive goal square, sends a kick towards Reynolds, who goes with the one hand but can't complete the mark. Bond to clean up for St Mary's. Kick to the goal square. Will it have the carry? It won't. Trent Thompson getting back in open age game 100 for Leopold. Marks into the right back pocket. Stone reels in with the one hand. They'll look to attack via the outer side. Wonderfully delivered kick to Tatu. Marks just back of the wing in front of the scoreboard. Leopold 6, St Mary's 1. Handball off to the run of Thompson. Thompson has it at centre wing for Leopold. Sends it towards half forward, stretching and marking Giddings. Giddings inside 50, wanting Patton over the top. That's spoiled by Connors. Front of the pack, Scott for Leopold. A handball. Been looking for Kilpatrick but missed him. Taken by Loftus. He'll bring it towards his broadcast wing and hits Harry McMahon on the chest.
He's got Dobson short. Is he going to go in that direction? He is. He just puts it out in front of him. And the product takes the mark. Right half forward, called to play on. Now he comes back in. Board Garner under pressure. Jet Matthews comes at him, but the handball to McMahon was okay. Damien, his kick was partly smothered. Falls in the arms of Dowling. Off a step, 55 out. Open. Goal square is missed and misses to the far side. And that was an opening for Paddy Dowling. Just to wheel around from 52 and use the breeze. But he's missed. 2 behind St Mary's. Leopold 1 straight 6. Geelong Bank K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
1 goal 3 for Paddy Dowling last week, including that miss after the siren that could have put, the shot that could have put his team into the grand final. It's been a little bit haywire with his kicking at goal at times this year. Tate with the kicking duties into the left back pocket he goes, and Burgess has marked at the southern end of the ground, Bellarine Highway end. Mitch Burgess, he'll go back across his defensive goal square into the right back pocket to Pepper. Back at Leopold this year after a year at Hamilton. Now a kick to half back, and it's a poor kick too. He's turned it over straight to Maishman. Maishman on his left, lowered the eyes and kicked it straight back to Pepper, who marks in the right back pocket.
Schoolyard stuff.
Bit of markers up.
So now he goes to Burgess. Oh, Burgess's kick was terrible across the face of goal. Jet Matthews, K-Rock's own, was okay, got it away, but the kick might fall Noffy. It does at half back, and they're out of trouble momentarily now. Leopold, they go up the line, but over the back, McMullen. Good punch away defensively at the front was pretty good from Jennings. Through the middle, McMullen leaves it away for Connors. Oh, Jack Blood gets his head ripped off. Then he plays the advantage. Torpedo punts it towards Dobson, 50 from goal. And this will be like a little drop punt for Sam Dobson, who will be able to use the breeze and have a chance for St Mary's first of the afternoon.
It was good by Dobson then, because he predicted early that they were going to move the ball quick, and that's the difference from last week, and he got in front and took the mark when it fell short.
Glenn Keith said they were going to move the ball quicker, and they've got it to Dobson. 55 out, right foot kick, missed it to the far side through, 4-1 behind. So in fact, it's out of bounds on the full. Is it?
No, I think they're the netball whistles are confusing.
Yeah, that's way too good. Dino, can you do something about that? That'd be great. 3 behind St Mary's. They trail Leopold 1 straight 6. Geelong Bank K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
So a bit of relief. And it's going to be Pepper who's going to have to take the ball after the 50-metre penalty. Jet Matthews had it. Joe Montana's it into the waiting arms of Pepper, who's got it just inside defensive 50. He goes laterally to Jet Matthews. He can go then with a little chip kick towards Burgess, and Burgess marks it right half back, just controlling the footy. Tucks it under the arm. Will get a Shepherd. It has a bounce. Driving kick towards half forward. It's a long ball. It'll bounce into the waiting arms of Garner for St Mary's. He looks to get out of trouble with a kick away through the outstretched arms of Cross. He kicks to the wing, but straight to Burgess, who has brought his own Sharon this afternoon. Been busy early, the number 4 for Leopold. Of course, an injury impacted first half of the season, but has been crucial in this barnstorming run through the finals.
Burgess from centre wing goes wide and towards half forward. Giddings, he was that far out. He got a push. So I think it might have been out of bounds on the full anyway, but he got a push trying to take the mark from Burke, and he will take the free kick. Connor Giddings
wasn't happy with it either.
No,
he went back to Sam Burke to remonstrate.
He was straight into the hoarding out there. So now Giddings short, and still 55 from goal. Reynoldson takes the mark. So it's going to be a tough kick from there.
If the former number 17 from Geelong, and I'm not talking about Tim McGrath, isn't here today, I hope he's here next week, Stephen, if they make it.
Ball to the top of the square, falls to the front, standing, and the only bloke who actually kept his eye on the ball. That was the thing. There was about 8 blokes that went up for the mark, and they all just flew indiscriminately. And Billy Ritchie, I think it is, who's got the mark, just stood there and actually read it better off the pack.
He flew early.
I was going to say, he went early himself, and sort of maybe the breeze held him up like a kite.
Yeah.
And he just come down with it.
Keep an eye on, I think, is that Cross coming off? So John Agob, Birchie, keep an eye on that downstairs as well. As Billy Ritchie comes in, right foot kick. That's better for Leopold. They're second of the afternoon through Billy Ritchie. They go to 2 straight 12. They lead St Mary's 3 behind. Geelong Bank, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard, Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years. And in the experts' chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe, Geelong's home of the finals. Here's Matt Kershaw.
Whilst they got the ball inside forward 50 and they look dangerous, it's the work down the ground in the back half of the ground that's setting Leopold up at the moment. Their back half has been resolute and they've been able to rebound. They've got the run going with Burgess and Williamson and Ollie Tate, so they're getting plenty of ball coming through that middle stages of the ground, and they get in that forward line quick, they can get their shots on. Remember, they're kicking against a 3 to 4 goal breeze here at the moment, so they're holding up really well.
Maybaum doing the ruck work here, but won easily by Christensen. Wagner tracking the footy, takes it now, runs back towards half back, and then just pushed as he kicked. He kicks towards right half back, a rolling ball. Reynoldson head over it. Loftus just worked him off a little bit too easily. Then got a handball back to Chalcraft. He gave a handball to Blood. Blood a kick inside 50 to Dowling, who marks in front of Noffy. Noffy made sure he earned it, Dowling, but he marks 45 from goal. Dowling turns to the umpire to maybe say, was there a free kick potentially coming, or a 50-metre penalty, I should say, and it won't be coming, and there'll be a shot at goal.
Typical forward, wants the 50 so he can get that first goal under his belt, and away he goes. We know what Dowling's like. We say this every week. He has that first couple of shots early, and if he's on, he's on. He kicks them, and if not, he's missed that first one already. So this is a massive chance to miss, given the confidence early.
37 for the season for Dowling from 51 metres out. Strikes it nicely. Will it have the carry? Well, if it did, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a free kick paid on the goal line, and it's going to go to Leopold, to Trent Thompson. Harris Jennings got high with the spoil. I don't know whether he got a fist on the ball and sent it into the post, but the ball definitely hit the post. Thompson takes off and drives it to half back.
He does. He goes outside 50. He looks out there for Maybaum. Christensen's right next to him, and they see it over the boundary line in front of what looks to me like Harvey Norman that's sitting on the outer side. There are sofas everywhere out there. It's nice, very nice next to the scoreboard. They have set themselves up beautifully with all the nice little Harvey Norman sofas out there. So throw in Maybaum up against Christensen. In front, got it down. Christensen to the side of the pack. Kilpatrick on the ground, can't take it. Did he get a hold? He did. And the umpire says, Will, you take the free kick, back end of centre wing on the outer side.
Chips a kick short to Riley Stone, and the Frankston listed Stone as marked in front of the scoreboard. The Max Snell scoreboard here, it shows Leopold 2 straight 12, St Mary's 3 behinds. A driving kick towards half forward, looking for Giddings to fly it. Carries out of bounds on the full this time. No pushing the back on Giddings. It'll be a free kick to St Mary's. A short kick of Ling marked by Garner. Garner concedes back. Oh, geez, that was risky. It was laconic, but the kick got back to Travellini. Kilpatrick nearly shut it down. Travellini will concede back to Damien McMahon, and they look to try and make the ground a little bit wider than what it has been. It's been very compact for them. He handballs off to Travellini around the back. Travellini goes short. A kick on the bounce. It's overrun by Ling. Wagner to come in for Leopold. Handball on the up. Justin tight against the boundary line. Couldn't pull the kick enough, but it was touched off the boot. Patton a big tackle, a driving tackle, as it was touched off the boot. Sends his opponent and Connors to the ground. We'll get a ball up left forward pocket at the Northern or Port Arlington Road into the ground. And it is the Polders leading by 9 points into the breeze.
So boundary throwing it, ball up, boundary throw in. Maybaum close to the boundary. Kick was smothered. Falls back to Scott for Leopold around the corner. Should have been paid a mark to Richie if he had taken it. Kilpatrick through the middle. He dropped the football on the tackle. That should be a free kick. It is. And he had plenty of time to get up and get that going, and he couldn't. So Rayner has got the free kick for St Mary's.
Good afternoon to Chloe Fagan, listening to us in the UK. This morning, UK time. Of course, son of the legendary John Fagan, who was an absolute superstar wherever he played in the region. Chloe was quite the netballer herself. Long ball, Burgess, who marked the kick back inside 50 for the Polders. Giddings couldn't get a handle on it. Kilpatrick went to go off the ground. Stevens beat him back there for St Mary's. Socket through for a minor score. 2-1-13 the Polders. St Mary's 3 behinds. 17 minutes played. Opening term Port Phillip Ferry's time clock here at Leopold Memorial Park.
So Travellini with the kicking in duties. It's hot. Jesse's got the short sleeves on today. And he drives it broadcast side towards half back. He needs a mark. McMahon at the back, Ling at the front for St Mary's. Benson through the middle, broke free. Handball out the back was good to Garner. He goes to the right foot kick. Dowling has to make up some ground. Noffy, he doesn't take the mark. Needs Trent Thompson's support and Jet Matthews. He's slung to the ground. The umpire says, no, he wasn't slung to the ground. He was just tackled. And right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7, we will have a ball up.
Maybaum, Christensen the tap down, had 2 goes at it, had 3 goes at it, got it forward only as far as pitcher for Leopold, who then lost it in the tackle. Chalcraft dribbled a kick inside 50 for St Mary's. Terrence Thompson came up, took the footy and then lost it into the path of Stone. Stone tackled, holding the ball. That's going to be paid against Riley Stone.
Not sure about that.
Oh, that seemed somewhat harsh.
He only got it and got tackled, so I'm not sure what else he was meant to do.
Either way, Keaton Rayner, who's not a noted goal kicker, actually hasn't kicked a goal this year. That's why Harry Ling was running past to say, give it to me, I might have a shot on the fly.
Well, Harry McMahon standing in his back pocket too.
So just the 4 goals in 39 games prior to today for Keaton Rayner, son of the incoming 2024 co-coach. He starts it to the goal line. It's off hands, no mark taken. Dobson, missed an opportunity there. He slaps his hands. It might have been Sprague, in fact, and it's knocked through for a rush behind as we go down to Jane Birch. Birchie.
Yeah, Jai Cross is still just going through a few assessments here on. It's that left calf, which he's already got heavily bandaged, so they've been trying to re-bandage it and test him out on the sidelines here. So, yeah, hopefully he can get back out there.
Thanks Birchie. St John of God update there, and it was a good mark too. Came out from Burgess, and Harris Jennings took it at right half back. So Leopold using the defensive side of the ground well in this first term, kicking against the breeze. He keeps it low towards centre half forward. Kilpatrick, handball away. Oh, Thompson got slammed by Nick Stevens coming sideways to him. In fact, it was Richie. And it will be Nick Stevens at half back for St Mary's. He goes laterally to Garner, who's playing deep across wing half back by the looks of it at the moment. He chips the ball over the top. Christensen has had a good start. He wants Garner running past, gives it back to him. Now Garner towards forward 50, falls to Blood, needs some support, got it, Benson had it, lost it, needs to get it back, wrapped up straight away, umpire said high. And the Matheson medalist will take it at left half forward for St Mary's.
Just had to sweat on him a little bit more, I reckon, Stone, with that tackle. Benson plays on, point of the square, left half forward, under pressure, kick smothered, good pressure from the Polders. Kilpatrick had it knocked into his path by Scott, and he was taken high. They're struggling to find any fluency going inside 50, St Mary's, despite the aid of this breeze, which has just picked up slightly, I reckon, Birchie, for South Point Garden Supplies. We'll get down to you in a moment. Laterally, the kick from Kilpatrick, who's into the side today for Burgess. Burgess went short. Oh, gee, asked a lot of Matthews. Spoiled Blood. Handball off Garner to the run of Orgarinos, who from 50 goes bang with a long ball. And he kicks the Lammies Tavern goal of the afternoon. Poor turnover at half back by the Polders, and Orgarinos makes them pay, and St Mary's are on the board. 1-4-10, playing 2-1-13 on the first quarter. Geelong Bank scoreboard. Geelong Bank's 1-2 home loan, 1% less for 2 years.
He's telling Logan Wagner about it as he was coming back to the centre square as well. They've kicked one each on each other. They're going.
Yeah, there's a bit going on. Jet Matthews is getting around a few of them too, up the
K-Rock zone.
Yeah, K-Rock zone. He was into a couple of them, so not sure what happened down there. But you're right, that turnover by Burgess coming back inside the corridor. You know, you're kicking against the breeze. It's a long down the line on the defensive side. But you're in that
Scott in the middle for Leopold. Great from West. Inside 50. Could be a quick reply. Richie, the don't argue. Handball away to Scott. Forward of the ball. Coming back, Chalcraft's there. Falls to Jennings with the outside of the right boot. And he has squeezed it out of bounds on the full. And we're going to have a free kick to St Mary's in the last line of defence to Jesse Travellini. Down to you, Birchie.
Yeah, that wind has definitely picked up. I wasn't even feeling it down here in the gutter on the boundary, but now I am, and you can see what it's creating havoc when they're trying to mark the ball, because it's just taking off as they're underneath it.
Well, it's pulled the ball away there, back to the middle of the ground. The long kick from Travellini. It's marked by Jet Matthews, who's been solid in this opening quarter. Geelong Sports. He went to handball. He drew the man in Copley and then drove it long to the goal square. Giddings his target. It floats away from him and McMullen. Richie front of the pack. Quick snap around the corner. Through for a behind from Billy Ritchie. Margin 4. 2-2-14. Archbishop Desmond, may he rest in peace. St Mary's 1-4-10. Jane Birch, boundary side, of course, this afternoon for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. Ballot Road at North Geelong.
Travellini kicks it in through, sets of hands to the back to Harris Jennings. In the middle, he goes to the outer side, half forward flank with it. Richie on a long lead. It's going to run away from him. It's going to end up in King's backyard, I think, the way it's going. And that breeze has really got up out there in the middle of Memorial Park. We're going to have a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Polders.
The last two forward entries, Jace, you should have seen Logan Wagner get off Orgarinos and try and get a handball receive to try and kick a goal.
Ball back into play. West, palm down to Wagner. Of course, our teammates at Werribee. Wagner gave it to Scott. Scott back over his head looking for Logan Wagner to try and take it, but he couldn't for Leopold. Orgarinos so stole it. Left foot kick towards half back. Chalcraft knocked away from him by Burgess. Leopold seemed to have numbers at the contest. Thompson, a handball. Burgess steps inside the man coming towards him and then kicked. Went looking for a marking target, and Stone went through his hands. Front of the pack. Here's Wagner. There's going to be a free kick. Right. Whistle on play. Coming back to Keaton Rayner to be a free kick deep inside 50. 23 and a quarter minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. St Mary's with the aid of the breeze, although it's a tricky breeze to kick with. 1-4-10, trailing Leopold 2-2-14.
Rayner to Garner at half back. Easy. Now he wants to switch the play towards Ling. Opposite side, half back flank. Broadcast side. He tries to chip the ball to Chalcraft. handball. Set a task for Benson. He got the handball away, but it missed the target. Now Leopold might be able to make him pay. The handball over the head of Matthews. He has to chase it. He's got Burgess in support, uses that turn of speed. He kicks it out wide, looking for the piano tuner, who takes it and wants to draw a player. Good play too over the top to Jennings. His handball, 35 metres to Maybaugh. Missed him though. Stevens gets back there for St Mary's. He's wrapped up straight away. 55 out from goal. Umpire Ganaccia will come in and ball it up.
I don't think he was expecting a handball to come at that speed, at that distance.
It was Polly Farmer-like.
Right half forward, 53 from the Leopold goal. Southern end of the ground, tapped down by West against Loftus. Ball at ground level, it rolls out and we'll get a boundary throw in. KROC 955, KROCfootball.live. And for those watching through AFL Barwon's live stream, good afternoon to you wherever you maybe are around the world.
I'll tell you who's struggling. Umpire Lamal with the wind.
Yes.
That hair is flowing everywhere today.
Imagine if it was tipped.
Yeah.
West double. It'll blow the tips out of his hair.
Yes.
Wagner lost it in the tackle of Benson, picked up by Garner. He walked straight into Tate and Thompson. Sounds like a British comedy show. Old Tate and Thompson on the BBC, brought to you by Thames Television.
Just before hail and pace.
Ball up. Leopold into attack. Loftus leaves it behind for St Mary's now. Off the back of the pack, Travellini goes with a long kick. That's very long, out towards the Harvey Norman sofas on left half forward. And it will be a boundary throw, and Dobson couldn't keep that in.
You've got a bit of everything out there. You've got your outdoor furniture, you've got your sofas.
You've got everything, haven't you? Where's the computers and electrical? It'll be, it's in the front of the truck.
Go over there.
Perfect.
That can become bedding if you have such a big enough afternoon.
That's right.
I think if Leopold get up, a few of them might be sleeping there.
It's warm enough. Boundary throw in. Loftus from behind might have won that tap down. Front of the pack, Wagner gives it off to Scott. Scott a handball back to Jennings. Jennings at right half back snaps a kick around the corner. Bouncing ball attacked nicely by Stone. Richie gave a handball off. Quick kick forward by Stone. Into forward 50. Patton running onto it. Tries to take on Nick Mullen. Dragged down in the tackle. Got a handball away. A rolling ball. Crosses back out there for St John of God. Good signs. Now a free kick. I reckon Thompson was a little bit too high. Rayner wins another one. And he quickly wants to go across the face of goal into the right back pocket. Broadcast side to Travellini.
He finds Jesse Travellini now.
There's no movement.
Defensive 50. Comes back inboard to Ling, a true half back. It's very much like last week, isn't it, Kirsch?
It is, yeah. And this is why they have to chip the ball, because
there's nobody moving.
Exactly right. And Leopold's defence is really good. This full ground defence.
Chalcraft.
Taxing style of footy.
It is. Orgarinos takes the mark. They've moved 30 metres. He goes back inboard. Great kick.
There it is.
Over the back. Mark taken by Maishman. Kept his width. Now gives it to Loftus. 60 out from goal. Kick the goal, Kane Loftus. He goes towards the top of the square. Blood with the set. Over the back, Sprague. And it runs through for a behind. So not the desired result for the Saints. They go to 1-5-11. They trail Leopold 2-2-14. Geelong Bank KROC. First quarter scoreboard.
I reckon Leopold are getting a lesson in not what to do when you kick with the breeze in the second quarter. It's 100%. A driving kick from Tate. It's a wonderful ball marked at half back by Harris Jennings. Tate's influence again massive for the Polders. Long ball from Jennings. Stone's got out the back of Stevens, tried to work him off the footy and take it on the bounce, but the bounce skew whiffed away from him and out of play. Big off break it took, and we'll get a boundary throw in at right half forward on the outer side of the ground here at Leopold Memorial Park. Preliminary final day. Leopold into the grand final in the reserves to play St Mary's, and in the under-18, St Mary's beating Leopold to play Newtown Chilwell in the under-18 Division 1 competition. Boundary throw in. We'll get another stoppage, and I believe Werribee are going to play in a grand final. 81-64, they lead the Brisbane Lions. 26 minutes gone. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock at Avalon Airport Oval.
The Bees.
They'll ball up West. Gets it down, but the kick away. That came from Garner. He goes up the ground towards Dobson, a long way from goal on centre wing. Gets around Trent Thompson, right foot kick to a one-on-one. In front, Sprague, in front of Noffy, and he takes the mark. So he's at left half forward. He's about 45 out from goal on the boundary line.
I reckon he got a free kick for a hold.
Was it a hold?
There's an early whistle on that. Inverleigh 18, Thompson 1. So you suspect the Tigers are kicking
with the breeze.
Yep.
So siren here at Memorial Park.
Tough kick.
Charlie Sprague to give them the lead at quarter time. St Mary's. He comes in, right foot kick, and has made it very skinny, and he has just got that in. He's right next to the behind post and through for one behind, which makes them Now 1-6-12 St Mary's, kicking with the breeze in the first term. Leopold 2-2-14, and that is quarter time in the preliminary final. Winner to play South Barwon next week in the GFNL Grand Final. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have the thoughts of Matt Kershaw in the experts chair. We'll go to Jane Birch. She'll be down with the players and coaches at quarter time, and cruise into APCO today to win free fuel for a year. APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you. Live, breathe. K-Rock football.
tricky breeze. It's tricky to take marks today. It's sort of shooting on at the end and to judge it in flight. So, 1-6. Obviously, you would have liked a couple more of those goals to go through. And also, you pointed out the tackle pressure. You want that to lift as well.
Is there a breeze? How do you? No, not obviously what we're after. And our tackle count was down. But I think both games, even the reserves, has shown that you can score. So we'll just need to take the footy off them for a bit of time and hopefully just kick our way through them.
Thanks, Luke. Good luck for the next quarter.
Travis Robertson joining us here on K-Rock Footy. Love the access to the coaches for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. Big crowd. What did you make of the opening term, Matty Kershaw? What's some of the notes you've taken thanks to the Sporting Globe, Geelong's home of the finals?
Well, we spoke about it in the call. Leopold defended really well. They defended the ball coming in. You have a look at Dobson, Sprague, Dowling's shots. They were all from 50. Dobson had to take his marks up the ground. That's exactly what they want them to do, Leopold, and defend them high and then turn them over and get them going their way. Leopold, in turn, used the ball pretty well going into the breeze. They defended on the right side of the ground. They got it enough that looks inside forward 50 and they got some shots on them. They're in front against a really big breeze. St Mary's just didn't use that breeze well enough. They're going to have to learn from that in the third quarter. But Leopold, I'm sure they would have spoke about that at the break. Attack this top side, defend the other side, and we'll see how they attack this quarter.
Werribee 14-10-94 have defeated the Brisbane Lions 9-10-64 to book the first spot in the VFL Grand Final for 2023. They'll play the winner of Box Hill and Gold Coast, and I suspect right now AFL Victoria are hoping Box Hill get the job done for a Werribee Box Hill decider next week.
Absolutely.
To ensure there's a decent crowd at Princes Park. Big crowd has made its way off Leopold Memorial Park. Players in position, just keeping an eye on those midfield matchups. Not much has changed from Wombat Gully Plant Farm and that Maybourne McMahon. They stay on this wing. Second quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
West gets it down, but only as far as Benson. Free kick found, not knowing who. Wagner. The piano tuner gets it from Orgarinos. The umpire was right next to him as he gave away that free kick. So Wagner now goes. Kick out wide is good. Finds Sam Scott, who plays on 65 from goal, drives it long, top of the square. Who's there? Giddings over the back, punched away. Damien McMahon helped out there, and at the front of the pack, Riley Stone runs into a tackle, and 25 out from the Leopold goal. We will have our ball up.
Really clever kick by Sam Scott because he was on the defensive side, drove his legs and got it to the top side of the ground or in the mouth of the goals.
West against Sprague in the ruck contest. Ball at ground level. Benson, Patton trying to steal it from his grasp. Can't. And we'll get a ball up. Once again, 25 out from the Leopold goal. They'd love to jag one early here, the Polders, and get a bit of momentum with this breeze. West the tap down. Wagner through the pack, couldn't get through Benson and Blood. And we'll get another stoppage inside forward 50 for Leopold. They have just whacked numbers around the footy here. St Mary's trying to junk it up. West again winning the tap down. Rayner doing the roving. Jammed it on his boot. Defensive 50 for St Mary's. Tate got a fist on the footy that Maybourne will run onto. Snapped a kick around the corner into the right forward pocket. Bouncing ball. It's sat on its point. Blood sits under it. Thompson knocks it away from him and out of bounds. Boundary throw in right forward pocket. So it's been a stoppage fest in this first 95 seconds on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Matt Kershaw for the Sporting Globe.
You're right, Kingy, because they're putting numbers up around the ball, and that's giving Ollie Tate the one extra number behind the ball.
West took it out of the ruck by himself, but falls to Blood, who runs through the pack way too easily for Gary Hocking's liking. Two bounces, then keeps it low on centre wing. Dobson, a long way from goal. He goes right, then left, then handballs over the top of Trent Thompson, back to Blood, who followed it up, runs away from Tate, goes with a right foot kick inside 50, and working his way to the front, Doug Bond. Always very slippery as he moves inside forward 50, Doug Bond, and just got away just at the right time and took the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're going to have a great look at it as he kicks from the left half forward flank at the northern end of the ground. So Doug Bond to give St Mary's the lead. He comes in, left foot kick, keeps it low, but there you can see the breeze has taken that away. That's nearly out of bounds on the full, and he kept it pretty low. So through for one behind to Bond. They go to 1-7-13 now, St Mary's. They trail Leopold 2-2-14. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Great run by Jack Blood, rebound 50 and then at an inside 50, but shouldn't have been allowed to do that because Tate was the +1 and should have defended him well.
Here's Tate running into the left back pocket and sending it towards that outer side of the ground. A long ball. Jennings, his target, it's gone over his head and rolled out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw in. And they got good territory there as the kick went long. He got out of the goal square, so it means it's not out on the full. despite being untouched, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Just forward of the wing, out of side. West and Sprague to go at it. West for Leopold, front position, winning the tap down. Roving done by Benson. Under pressure, he's taken a really good tackle by Thompson. He wins a free kick for holding the ball against the two-time reigning Matheson medalist. Is this year's Matheson medalist. Long ball to a one-on-one over the top. Burke at ground level. Williamson just eludes him. The bouncing ball out of play. It goes left half forward. Ball back into play as we've played 3 minutes 45. It's been a sedate opening to this second term thanks to Harvey Norman. Thank Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices, including sofas on the outer side of Leopold Memorial Park.
Boundary throw in. Left half forward for Leopold. West beautiful to the piano tuner. 45 out with the ball. He squeezes it in there. Tackle by Patton. Good defensive play by him on Sam Burke, not going anywhere. And we're going to have a ball up about 35 metres out from the Leopold goal. West comes from behind. Oh, he kicks it out of mid-air in the end. Goes towards Ritchie in the forward pocket. Got the handball away. Only as far that was Orgarinos. Gave it to Burke in the goal square. He tries to drill the ball. Oh, that's a dangerous kick. That's a terrible kick. And Brock Williamson was standing there and he had it...
it's reversed.
Oh, it's reversed. No, what's happening? Yes, it is.
Yes.
No, so Sam Scott and Blood were in a contest where Scott's given away a free kick on Blood. And Blood has got to his feet. Member of the medical staff with him. I think it's Justin Edwards, their physio. In fact, having a quick chat to him for St John of God. He says he's okay. Jack Blood is as tough as woodpecker lips, and will take the free kick. 15 from his defensive goal. He goes very, very wide, and he's actually put that out on the full, and Leopold will take the free kick. I think kicking goals this afternoon is going to be pot luck, isn't it? 4 goals win it.
Yeah, well, we had 6 goals win it last week. So
do you reckon Newey wouldn't be unhappy with contest after contest this afternoon?
He's absolutely begging for it.
He bit the sporties already. He wouldn't worry about this now. He's gone.
Cold frothy.
Now Thompson, Marcus goes long with the kick inside 50. Big pack there, Sprague from behind. Riley Stone, chicken wing tackled. Does he drop the footy? He certainly does. The umpire gave him more than enough time. And Samari's going to take the free kick through Rayner. Birchie, I want you to keep an eye on Jai Cross too. Has not come back on in this second term. Was seriously limping in the first term. So keep an eye on that calf injury for St John of God. And the ball goes out to the sofas, and they will do some work out there to give it back. And there's some interesting cats out there with put some hats on, boys. It's very warm out there. Boundary throw in, left half forward for Leopold.
It's almost become more a westerly than a northwesterly.
Yeah.
It's just, I think the scoring end's still the southern end of the ground, but it is really picked up, blowing to the west. Boundary throw in. West favoured by the boundary throw in. A handball release to Thompson, who gave it to Pepper for Leopold, who gave it back to West. Taken by Blood, ran out of room, into the gutter he goes. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Down to you, Birchie, for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre.
Kingy, you're right with that breeze too. If you look at those flags that Kirsch pointed out at the start of the game, they're now blowing a lot more straight on across the ground, so it's more of a westerly. But yeah, I've been watching Jai Cross. It's an interesting one. They're not working on him at all. He's just standing with the other interchange players on the sidelines here, not taping, no work on the calf, but he just hasn't come back on the ground. So it's very strange.
Sorry, Birchie. Samaritans have gone forward. Stevens a kick very, very wide. Harry McMahon was his target, but if Harry McMahon even had been 4 deep in the crowd, he would have missed him. Well, if Cross isn't right for next week, well, there's just a simple replacement, and that's
the Undertaker.
The Undertaker will be back from the dead after missing today, out with a bout of tonsillitis. Yeah. It's not something you hear of very often. So whether he needs a tonsillectomy or...
I get it quite often, actually.
Driving long ball to the outer wing. Benson, the spoil. It rolled off his fist and out of bounds, boundary throw-in. And I suspect that we are going to have short quarters and not a lot of goals this afternoon. 7 minutes played. St Mary's 1-7-13. Leopold 2-2-14. Anybody who thought if you kicked with the wind today you were going to score easily, that myth has been well and truly debunked. Remains a myth, I think, scoring goals.
So West got it down to Maishman, who got tackled by the man with 2 first names, Luke Justin, in front of the scoreboard. But he has run out of bounds, so we'll have a boundary throw. And Pothole will be joining us for the 5th quarter. It'll be that long. It'll be a 2-hour soiree. If we finish that early with these short quarters. Boundary throw in.
Whether we're that desperate, James.
In front of the Harvey Norman sofas. Comes back towards West. He can't pick it up. He tried to get it out. It came off Justin's feet. Back towards the piano tuner. Blood's handball only as far as Riley Stone. He can't pick it up. Rayner put the tackle on him. He said it was high, said the umpire. And in the middle of Memorial Park, he's going to take the free kick. Riley Stone for the home side. Kirsch wants him to become broadcast side.
Yeah,
so,
get over here.
Well, he's going straight down the ground, and then there's a big pack there off the back of the pack. Handball out was okay. And Maishman makes some space for himself. Where does he put it, though? He puts it out there. Sam Dobson nearly runs into the scoreboard. It was that far. In fact, it was over the shoulder as well. Trent Thompson was right next to him. Sam Dobson told him all about it as well. He'll take the free kick on centre wing on the outer side. 1-7-13 St Mary's. Leopold 2-2-14 Harvey Norman. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Birch, we'll get you in a moment. Just let us know about the boundary line, how close that is to the fence. The kick of Dobson, too much on it. Tate cleaned up. Gave a handball to Marcus Thompson. Wants the middle of Memorial Park, and Sam Scott has marked. Scott will chip a kick over the top and finds Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick a handball off to his skipper. Thompson for Leopold. Long ball. Giddings his target. It's got to be a free kick for a push, surely. Umpire didn't see it that way. Patton taps it. Williamson outside of the right boot has missed. Gilt-edged opportunity goes begging for the Polders as they double their lead. They go to 2-3-15. St Mary's 1-7-13. Second quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices. And I'm still waiting for that free kick to be paid against Connor Giddings.
So Harry Ling kicking in duties for St Mary's. Plays on. Tries to keep it low into the breeze. Goes out wide. And it's off hands to Blood, who goes towards centre wing with the kick. Dowling can't take it at the back. Was Burgess for Leopold. Back to whence it came. Giddings past him. Got one behind the ball. Connors gives it to Stevens for St Mary's. He chips the ball wide to McMahon at defensive 50, and he takes the mark.
Dobson down in back play. He was in a collision in the middle of the ground. He's on his haunches at the moment being assessed. That may have to be a concussion protocol for him to be checked. He's taking his time getting to his feet. Benson now with the footy through the middle of Memorial Park. A long ball. Oh, Jennings back with the one hand, reeled it in. Took a Hamlin hanger contender. He loves it here at Memorial Park, and that's a wonderful mark. The kick for Kilpatrick dropped what he should have taken under pressure from Travellini. Fed a handball on the bounce to Pepper. Pepper just can't get a handle on the ball next to the boundary line. He's dumped over, and we'll get a boundary throw in. They are still working on Sam Dobson.
He got a finger in his eye, I think.
Okay, so the medical staff there. So hopefully that's not a. It looks like it's not a concussion issue, more the eye issue for Dobson. Still being tended to. Pepper's got a free kick here, and he'll send it to the wing. A floating ball, cross back out on the ground for Leopold, which is a good sign. Giddings freed the arms, handball. Kilpatrick, or rather, Reynoldsson had it stolen away from his grasp by McMullen. We'll get a ball up. Dobson in back play, just taking a sip of water and trying to get himself right. Leopold better be aware of that because he's back off the play by himself. So if they would turn it over, Stone somehow struggled to tackle the Benson. That's no mean feat. Then a kick to the middle of the ground. It's not a great kick, and the mark taken on the chest by Maishman. Dobson's not too steady on his feet, I must say. As a kick now of Maishman is taken by Travellini on the bounce. Fires a handball to Damien McMahon, confronted by Williamson. A little shimmy and got away with a bounce. Next to Jane Birch, he drives a kick. It'll just stay in the field of play. Front position, Burgess worked off the foot. He couldn't mark. Good handball release. Bond, the handball that went to go on from Big Christensen was partially blocked off by Burgess, who now lays a tackle on the Big Saint. Out of the pack, the kick comes. Might have been Reynoldsson jamming it on the boot, taken by Travellini.
Tries to keep it low and steers it in there. It's a great kick to Dowling. Did he take the mark and or free kick? And Paddy Dowling's got it 50 out from goal. He wants to switch the play inside 50 to Nick Stevens. And he was lining up next to Kane Loftus, and they were able to raffle it. Nick Stevens won the raffle and will shoot for goal from 40 out. Slight angle, northern end of the ground. Had some opportunities, Kirsch, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. A little offside run there by Stevens. No one went with him, so that's why they're the extra numbers. I was trying to defend this side of the ground, the sort of attacking side of the ground.
So Nick Stevens.
Where do you start this? Left-hand behind post?
Yeah, right, left.
Well, high into the breeze, and he has kicked the goal. That's a great kick, Nick Stevens, showing all his skill there on North Melbourne's VFL list. And he puts his first on the board this afternoon. And they take the lead, St Mary's 2-7-19. And they lead Leopold 2-3-15. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
It took a little bit of experience too from Jesse Travellini, who just took a bit of time, lowered his eyes, hit Dowling up, and then Dowling obviously turned and had the runners on the outside. So Travellini, it's a really hard day for good skills, but that was a terrific kick.
Inverleigh 31 lead, Thompson 9. That's St Albans reserve as the Hawks chase their first flag since coming out of recess just over 20 years ago. Of course, won the GDFL Division 2 flag in 92 as lead districts. West won the tap down to Tate, but he lost the footy to Garner. Garner was able to fend away and get away from Kilpatrick and then kicked towards forward 50. Trent Thompson, front position, knocked it away from Dobson. Hands on it, Sprague did okay. Quick kick up the chimney. High floating ball. Dowling leads the race. It'll bounce away from him and Noffy. Fisted forward by Loftus into the right forward pocket. Copley ready to pounce. Can he get a handle on the ball? He's taken very high, I suspect, and a free kick paid in the right forward pocket and a 50-metre penalty as well. So Copley will be marched to the goal line and they're going to kick back-to-back goals and take a 10-point lead, which on a day like this might be golden for St Mary's. Matty Copley, just his second game back after suffering a break to the hand in the round 12 win over St Joseph's, has kicked the goal and given his team a 10-point buffer. 3-7-25, playing 2-3-15 in this second term. Thanks to Harvey Norman. It's been more goals into the breeze. There's actually been 4 of the 5 for the contest against it as we get to the halfway mark of this second term.
That's always the way, Kirsch, isn't it? That's always the way.
Well, you've got to work harder. You've got to get the ball deeper. You can't have shallow entries to have your shots on. You've actually got to work it up, that extra possession. So that's probably why they're getting more shots on at the moment, because they're just not using the breeze at all.
Back in the middle, West tried to get it over his head. The piano tuner wrapped up by Orgarinos. Ball spills free. Loftus comes off the wing, got a hand to it. At the back of the pack, can they break free? Handball by Williamson. Gets it over the top. Now free kick. No, umpire said.
Yeah, non-controlling.
Was it a throw?
No, pushing the back on the Wagner.
Yeah. So the piano tuner, short little kick to Sam Scott, had to sit and wait for it. And he took the mark on hands and knees. Gets up now. Orgarinos stands the mark called to play on. At true centre half back, takes a bounce. Oh, goes with a kick. Well, that wasn't where it was designed to go, but he found Williamson in the end, so Scott will say that was good. He goes now with a right foot kick, short to Thompson, just tacking themselves in. He's 60 from goal. He's got Patton short. He's got 2 or 3 on him, so he's going to go along with the kick. Marcus Thompson to the top of the square. It's a 2-on-2, punched away from behind by Burke. Sees it over the boundary line. Umpire Lamal will have a bit more work to do in the left forward pocket at the southern end of the ground.
Well, that kick hasn't worked all game for either side. So there was enough space in that deep right pocket that someone could lead into. So he's just got to, the forward's got to move into that position for him.
Inverleigh 37, Thompson 9 around the grounds for Leopold Sportage, a complete family venue. 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. Giddings front position, Christensen from behind. Roving done by Kilpatrick. Can't release the handball. Umpire says, I'll have it. About 20 metres out from the Leopold goal. They need to find one here as they find themselves 10 points down. Neither ruckman got a hand on it from the ball up, and now Christensen at ground level tried to shovel it towards a teammate in Connors. He was going nowhere, and we'll get another stoppage once again about 20 metres out from the Polders goal there. 2-3-15 trailing St Mary's 3-7-25 on the second quarter K-Rock Harvey Norman scoreboard.
Mayborn, Christensen, Connors gets the clearing kick for St Mary's with some good distance on it as well over the head of Harry McMahon, and Copley has to stand under it as well. Ball towards Reynoldson. He's wrapped up by Loftus straight away. The umpire will come in and ball it up at left half forward for the Polders.
Noffy come through with a big fist and just skittled about 6 of them.
Nice little 10-pin bowling effort there from Sev Noffy. And Mayborn takes it out of the ruck contest, loses it then. Coming across the front was Kilpatrick. Handball back to Thompson. He loses the football on the tackle. Is that holding the ball? Umpire said yes, it was. And Charlie Sprague will take the free kick in front of the Harvey Norman Sofas on the outer side.
And the scoreboard, thanks to Harvey Norman, it shows St Mary's 25, Leopold 15. We're here for APCO Cafe 24/7, cruising to APCO to win free fuel for a year. Long driving ball from Sprague, went through the hands of Harry McMahon, out the back, cleaned up by Jennings for Leopold, gave it to Wagner, and the piano tuner, dangerous. He was off key there. He turned it over, waiting arms of Bond. Bond sends it towards Dowling. That's got to be over the shoulder. It is. Tev Noffy in attempting to spoil over the shoulder of Paddy Dowling, and he'll take a free kick and a chance for a handy 16-point buffer. Wagner is just so precise with his ball use on most occasions, but that time telegraphed his intended target. Doug Bond was awake to it, Kirsch, and here we find Paddy Dowling having a shot on what would be his first of the afternoon.
Yeah, well, that's that kick into the corridor, and that breeze is just going to hold it up, set it up, and Doug read it well.
Dowling, man on the mark, 25 from goal. Needs to stand at left-hand goal post. Tried to keep it low. It curled around the right-hand goal post. Nice finish from Paddy Dowling. Margin is 16, and the Saints have got control of this preliminary final. 4-7-31. They lead Leopold 2-3-15 on the second quarter. K-Rock, Harvey Norman scoreboard. Think Harvey Norman for all the big brands at Geelong's best prices.
Well, the first quarter, Leopold's defensive pressure on the ball carrying around the ball was elite, and this quarter it's dropped off a bit, and we know that from James speaking to Robbo at quarter time, that's what they wanted to come out in this second quarter and do, and they've done it. They've flipped the script, and their defensive pressure is elite at the moment.
Charlie Sprague in the ruck for St Mary's up against Connor Giddings. So both first ruckmen having a rest. Benson's big tackle on Kilpatrick, not going anywhere. And we'll have a secondary bounce in the middle of Memorial Park. 16 points of difference here, preliminary final 2023. Giddings gets it down, tries to do his own roving work at the side. Riley Stone can't pick it up for Leopold either, and the umpire with a bit more work to do, a bit closer this time to the centre circle, and Tom King is going to get this ball out.
I hope so. Jason Doherty back in the middle. Giddings got high, won the tap down, rolling ball. Loftus overran it. Reynoldson did too, but Travellini was clean. A handball that went up the chimney. Blood tapped it back to Travellini, who through traffic threaded a handball to Benson. Benson for St Mary's just towed it a little bit, but towed it onto the chest of Bond. Bond wants to cut back onto his left boot, does so. Ball inside 50, back with the flight. Matthews went through his hands for Leopold. Trent Thompson, the first man there, shares it with Justin. Justin, a quick release for Leopold. Matthews, a handball back to Wagner. Wagner to Justin. Justin straightens and kicks and puts it onto the chest of Williamson.
Gives it back to the man with two first names who runs through the middle of the ground. Justin, long kick, 2-on-2 at the back. No mark cross at the front. Loftus. Patton will bear down on it as well. It's a 2-on-1, and hoping that he can get around Loftus because he can get the handball over the top, but he didn't do so effectively. He's got a third man, Maishman, who came in to help out as well, and McMullen was there. Got back to Loftus on centre wing. He goes with a right foot kick, lowers his eyes, doesn't hit the target. Harry McMahon's handball to Bond, been important in the last 5 minutes, goes with the outside of the boot towards Dobson, close to the boundary line, and I think Dobson will see it over there with Harris Jennings, and we will have a boundary throw in. About 40 around from the St Mary's goal.
Unfortunately, that last entry by Justin, he had no choice because no one was leading at him. I think Cross is actually a bit crooked. I don't think he can move. He was calling for that one out the back, and he's really done nothing but limp since then, so he might be done, I think, Cross, or they're just playing deep.
Sprague won the tap down. Thompson, the roving. We'll get to Birchie in a moment. Kick towards the outer wing, a rolling ball. Attacked by Harry Ling, but he overran the footy, helping him out. Connors gave it to Ling at close quarters. He fired a handball to McMullen. McMullen, a short kick. Rayner had to stretch and mark, and he did. Barely went 15, but the umpire paid it. Down to you, Birchie.
Oh, Kirsch, I was just going to say with that last entry inside 50, I feel like they're really missing Sheen today compared to last week.
Yeah, with Joe Cross really struggling down there, so you're 100% right.
Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, the kick found Maishman, driving kick, and he's turned it over Maishman. He was intending it for blood, but Noffy, as he's done so well this year, intercept marks, 8 intercept marks against Colac just 6 days ago at West Oval. He owned the Sherrin for a period there. And he goes laterally to Jennings, who has it in the left back pocket. Long way from home, though, and they haven't goaled since the 13-minute mark of the first quarter, the Lions, and they have struggled to kick goals against St Mary's in recent times.
Goes over centre wing at the back. Ritchie for Leopold. Picks it up. His handball to nobody in particular. Patton's got 3 on him. McMullen's one of them. Handball back to Connors. He gets a clearing kick. There's a swarm of St Mary's players there. Blood can't keep it in. Maishman was there. Garner as well. What is it? The vernacular for a swarm for St Mary's players? Is it a...
Not sure, but there was a lot of them out there on their own.
Jeez,
just then.
You're a lot of help, aren't you, really?
A heaven of saints?
Oh, nice. A heaven of saints. That's what we do. No, a heaven of saints. Oh, wow. See, that's what I mean. Come on, Kirsch. Now, back to the...
Collective noun is, I think, what you were looking for.
Yeah, that too. Well done. Ball towards half forward with the kick. Great mark. Jack Blood. And he's going to play on quickly for St Mary's. He gets it towards Harry McMahon. Has to come back with a flight of the footy. He can't take the mark. Oh, then that was a free kick. The umpire missed it. And then through the middle. Oh, Jennings. He's wrapped up and the umpire's going to ping. Oh, I thought he was going to ping him. He's not in the end. It's going to be a ball up. About 45 out from the St Mary's goal. They're 4-7-31, the Saints. Leopold 2-3-15. And that is on the Harvey Norman K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
From the ball up, Thompson taking in a tackle and going nowhere for Leopold. They're going nowhere at the moment. 2-3-15, 4-7-31. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll put it into the air, and he does so now. West maybe got a tap on it to Thompson, who jammed it on the boot to the middle of Memorial Park. Patton's come well up the ground to try and find the footy. He trapped it. He was trapped by Connors, and we'll get a ball up. It's back edge of the centre square for Leopold. So they're a long way from home, and they trail by 16 points as we tick to 23 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries second quarter time clock of this preliminary final. From the ball up, Rayner, who has been busy this afternoon, enjoyed his game, won a few free kicks. West, Sprague. West double fisted it forward about 8 metres, overrun by Damien McMahon. Mayborn was clean. He just jammed it on the boot to centre half forward. Patton comes out, drops at his feet, couldn't take it. Connors behind him, took the footy. Scott then took him down in the tackle. We'll get a ball up between the top of the 50-metre arc and the edge of the centre square. They need a goal going into half-time, Leopold, to give themselves some momentum as they trail by 16 points.
Ball up, West gets it down. Roved, Garner. He's in there. He doesn't trap it, though. Benson through the middle as well. He's trying to break free. Can't do so. Pushing the back, said the umpire.
Thompson trail by 40 points. Inverleigh.
Done.
Do you put the champagne on ice
All
at 40
done.
points?
Yeah, we're all going to Inverleigh tonight. Benson
Printing the hats.
at defensive 50. You won't be able to... Chris Moore will be the mayor of Inverleigh forever. Ball goes out. Stevens takes the mark for St Mary's. Back end of centre wing, right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7. Shuffles it to McMahon, Harry, then gives it back to Stevens. He's in trouble now. Close to the boundary line, runs out, and the umpire says, "It's insufficient intent," says umpire Ganaccia, and we'll have a free kick to Leopold.
Yeah, he just took the easy option, didn't he?
Yeah.
So free kick will go to the Polders. It'll go to Mayborn, who's being told to get back behind his mark.
Yeah, but the mark's out there.
Yeah.
So the mark's not the line.
Yeah. Mayborn will send Leopold into attack. West sets himself, big spoil over the top from Burke. Ball at ground level, rolls away from McMahon. That was Harry. Now Benson over the ball. Good tackle by Tate, bringing him to ground. So many would give away a free kick. Tate with good technique ensures Benson going nowhere. And at the edge of the centre square, right half forward, another stoppage. We've had plenty of them this afternoon. Western's worked tirelessly in the ruck. He's had Sprague and he's had Christensen. He's for company. This time West wins the tap. Oh, that's two. So on the ball. Oh, pushing the back. Wow. And I reckon, Mayborn lucky not to give away 50. Not happy, Rob Mayborn. The first has to be rewarded. That's holding the ball.
That's why he's not doing the grand final.
Oh, wow.
And Benson with the free kick inside defensive 50. Drives a kick to the wing. What's he got? Copley front position. Big spoil from behind Pepper. Williamson at the front of the pack. Been a bit quieter in this second quarter. Handball to West. Got Wagner on the outside. He'll run to 60. Pulled the kick. And the mark taken by Patton. Distance wouldn't be a distance problem for him. He's signalling, I want to have a crack. Mitch Patton, and does Leopold need a goal badly? That would be an understatement. Riley Stone presents short, but nothing like a crowd roaring on the back of a Mitch Patton goal. Maybe he's just taking it upon himself to say, hey, get on my shoulders and I'll carry you back into this contest.
Well, if there's a man to do it, it's him.
Man on the mark, 49 from goal.
We'll know.
Patton will kick from about 52. Coming off 5 last week. Sends it on its way. He's got a really, really good piece of it, and he's gold. That is a clutch moment in this preliminary final from Mitch Patton. He knew what he was doing all along. A Lemmy's Tavern goal of the afternoon to pull the margin back to 10 points. 3-3-21 Leopold. 4-7-31 St Mary's. And Mitch Patton kicks 54 of the season now, and he's got 10 for the final series. He's one of the players of the finals so far, and he stood up there when teams needed him most.
Yeah, you're right there, Kingy. That was a absolute more than a needed goal, but of all people to do it, that'll get him going too, because he hasn't been in the game, he hasn't been near it. Connors has been wearing him like a glove, so that'll do his confidence a world of good.
So back to 10 points of difference. We've been playing 27, second term. West gets it down in the middle. Garner, though, roves it. Gives it to Stevens, who runs off half back. Gets on the right foot, tumbling right foot pump. Might be okay to Chalcraft. His handball missed. Loftus is the target. Richie comes the other way. He wants to try and kick it up towards himself. Loftus, he picks it up. Handball back towards Rayner. His handball, he shot it out looking for Chalcraft in the end. It was over the boundary line, and it will be a boundary throw-in.
27 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Daily commuter services from Port Arlington from only $13.50 per trip. Search Port Phillip Ferries commute. Might be a bit choppy out on Port Phillip Bay today with this
White caps.
northwesterly. Ball back into play from behind, tapped down one by Burke, but Christensen, I should say, but Tate, the roving, quick kick inside 50. Front of the pack, Williamson just left it behind. Stevens falls for Garner. Handball release was good to Blood. Blood out wide to Benson and the Old Firm link up. Long ball to a one-on-one. Dobson, Trent Thompson got over both their heads and rolled to the boundary line. And that little camber of the ground here at Leopold, where everything just falls to the drains from the middle, taking that ball away from Sam Dobson. And the margin stays at 10 points. 4-7-31 St Mary's. Leopold 3-3-21. Inverleigh 49, Lee Thompson 9 in the GDFNL Grand Final.
West gets it down at the front for Leopold. He's on hands and knees as well. Chalcraft, did he get one high? Umpire says yes, he did. And in fact, it's Copley who got up and will take the free kick. So he's at right half forward for St Mary's. One final chance possibly for the Saints.
Good afternoon to Amanda Flynn, who tells it's a choir of Saints.
He goes up perfect. I love it. Now goes to the back of the pack. Can't pick it up. Chalcraft was taken off it. Marcus Thompson clearing kick outside centre wing. We've said that a few times today. Copley's there, tried to give the handball back to Stevens, missed the target. Williamson through the middle. Can he get it up though? That's the thing. I don't think he can. The boundary umpire. In fact, it's holding the ball. It will be a free kick. So he tried to get rid of it and then lost in the tackle. And the free kick is going to Charlie Sprague at right centre wing. And he has dribbled the ball along the ground 10 metres out of bounds for a throw-in. And that just about does it, I think, for the first half.
I think we need to reset.
I think we need to reset. Yes.
Breathe. Return.
Yes.
Maybe the breeze will die.
Start again.
Yep.
And all go the Leopold Sporties.
135 Kensington Road in Leopold, your complete family venue. Front of the pack, tap down one by West, rolling ball towards the boundary line. Benson there, Blood there as well. Mayborn made a good tackle, ball spilled out. Not paid is holding the ball. Kilpatrick slung in the tackle. Handball back to Tate, who had no room to work with. He's taken out of bounds. Boundary throwing out a wing. St Mary's 31, Leopold 21. The Saints and the Polders with the winner to move through to a grand final meeting with South Barwon at this venue next Saturday afternoon. Good crowd in here at Leopold Memorial Park. Tap down West from behind. Mayborn the roving. Got a handball release. Now the quick kick forward. Jammed on the boot by Kilpatrick inside 50. Or Sprague dropped what he should have taken coming up. Socket off the ground by Stevens. That'll roll to the boundary line. He's happy to see it out. Umpire happy that there's no insufficient intent. And we'll get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. Is there time for the Polders maybe to steal a late one here as we approach half-time?
So, boundary throw in. Right on the point of 50. Umpire Lamal. Will be a good throw in from there. Oh, he gives it everything too. It's beautiful. Back in for West to get it down towards Mayborn. Garner runs into him. Tries not to give away the free kick. Loftus, he tried to jag it back under Mayborn's body so it could look like he was holding the ball, but the umpire was aware of that and he's going to come in and ball it up at left half forward for Leopold. West up against Christensen, falls to Williamson, handball only as far as Loftus. Garner's kick was smothered. Benson couldn't take it either. Now Sam Scott wants to break free on the boundary line. He falls over as he gets the handball away. Garner's handball back to Travellini, close to the boundary. He just walks it over. It was like a try.
It was.
And I think all the players are ready for a reset too. It's a boundary throw in, 50 around from the Leopold goal.
That was less disguised than Nick Stevens before.
It was.
Jared Garner ended up over the fence. I don't know how, but he found himself over in the crowd and then back again. West front position against Christensen. Thompson had it knocked from his grasp by Blood. Stone picked up the footy. Blood and Stone.
Nice. Nice.
We'll get a
Better
ball
than
up.
blood and bone, I suppose.
Yes. Tap down West, roving Kilpatrick, fired a handball back. Marcus Thompson jammed it on the boot, and that's going to flow down on the full, I suspect it is. It is a tough old afternoon here. Two quality teams not being able to show their true wares. It's just a battle of will and territory. 4-7-31 St Mary's, Leopold 3-3-21 as we've gone nearly 32 minutes despite the low scoring. A lot of stoppages mean a lot of clock stopping.
Ball thumped back by about 40 metres back towards the left half forward flank for Leopold. Scott can't keep it in, and it's going to be another boundary throw in. Tommy Imam was out there with Sam Scott as well. So going to be about 65 around from the Leopold goal.
So we've been told that there was a send-off for the Jard Anderson incident at the start of the grand final, that Ryan Robertson was sent off to open the contest.
Nice, that's a great start to the grand final. There is the siren for half-time. And St Mary's 4-7-31. They lead Leopold 3-3-21.
It's half-time thanks to Garmy Chicken and Beer. Gimme Garmy Warren Ponds Chicken and Beer. That is unmissable. 4-7-31 St Mary's, 3-3-21 Leopold, the winner through to next week's preliminary final. Jane Birch will make her way out onto the ground to have a chat with one of the players from the respective teams as they make their way off the ground for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre. Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, great supporters of K-Rock football. Emma and Nick Jarman and all the team bringing us Jane Birch in season 20.
US in the second semi-final. Winner to play Collingwood next Friday night. Has that actually been announced just yet, or are we just assuming that, Kingy?
I think we can assume safely.
Safely,
and
yes.
We expect that Brisbane
will be Saturday. Twilight.
Yeah, that's the
executive producer's nodding his head.
The logical thinking, because that will give Carlton then time to get on a plane home on Saturday night.
Have a look at Pothole. He's all over it, isn't he?
He's very K-Rocky this afternoon.
Very K-Rocky. Look at him. He's got the hat on and he's out the front and he's with the people, isn't he? He loves it.
He's a man of the people.
He loves it. He's throng. He's throng.
49-10 Inverleigh lead. Thompson.
That one's all over.
Yeah, around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. We'll keep an eye on anything that changes, but it looks like the centre square.
Yeah, that's the same.
I'd like to know Jai Cross. Where's he?
Where's he? I'm just having a look deep.
No, he's returned to the bench and he's very proppy.
Yeah.
He will just pinch hit, I'd say, if he can do anything to help out the team when needed, but he's pretty much done.
Wagner and Orgarinos have actually just given each other a little pat on the back as they go into battle again, and then Wagner's just tussled the hair of his former Werribee teammate. Now they're into each other.
It's been great, that tussle.
Yeah, great little head-to-head. Match-up-wise for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Third quarter for Bowen Foods. Here's Jace.
West gets it down to Marcus Thompson to the piano tuner, who gets the right foot kick. Coming off the wing, though, Maishman. Chicken wing tackled, held in. He wasn't going anywhere. Was straight onto him, the man with two first names, Luke Justin. And we will have a ball up just right half forward for Leopold. Thompson dragged down in the tackle, blood, but he got the handball away. Stevens, he can't take it for St Mary's. Now the piano tuner again, gets a kick around the corner into the forward pocket, close to the boundary. Stevens, he looked to try and kick the ball with the outside of the right boot. In the end, he thought,
umpires paid him pushing it back.
I was going to say, he got a bit of a shove, but, well, he played it well in the end, Nick Stevens, because he got a free kick, and he'll play on from full back.
To the letter of the law, that is a free kick.
Yeah.
Patton shouldn't be actually giving the umpire a reason to make a decision. Fisted down by Thompson. That was Trent Marcus with the footy, and that ball is out of bounds for a boundary throw, and it just spilled out in the tackle that Bond laid on his rival number 3. And we'll get a boundary throw in forward to the wing. And once again, a very sedate start, 1 minute and a quarter played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock in this third term from Leopold Memorial Park. Tap down at the front west. Tate trying to do the road. Might have got one high as he put his head over the footy, and he will win a free kick. Ollie Tate, and that head-to-head for Geelong Insurance Brokers. Tate with the footy. Goes with a short pass and finds Wagner, and the piano tuner now fires a handball off to a man on his outside. The kick, Williamson, to about 25 from goal. What's he's got? Big defensive spoil, Connors. Unlikely rover was Christensen. Quick handball release, Stevens, who turned it over. Williamson, left foot kick, partially smothered. Chance for Burke. Quick release back to Connors. Oh,
that's ugly.
A tackle. Well, umpire didn't see it that way, but
wow.
geez, he slung him, and neither of the non-controlling umpires saw what we saw from our very good vantage point, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
So ball up, forward for Leopold. Now the clearing kick, Travellini goes back towards the middle. Dobson a long way from goal. Pitcher, haven't called much of him. He gets the handball out towards Lothian. No, it's not. It's Ollie Tate. He ran like him there for a bit. Now he comes back inboard. The kick.
Yuck.
Missed it. And the two number 3s, Bond was the other one. He's the number 3 for St Mary's, and he takes the mark at half back.
Handball to Blood, and the, skipper we think, but he doesn't take the toss of the coin, kicks it and turns it over to Burgess. Burgess tucks it under the arm, wants to take them on with some speed, has a bounce, has 2 bounces, leaves Bond in his wake, and then a driving long ball inside 50. Patton used the body and marked. Worked Connors off the footy. Great line-breaking run from Mitch Burgess. And he left Doug Bond, just hanging on for dear life, and he couldn't hang on. And Mitch Patton for back-to-back goals for Leopold either side of half-time, and to pull the margin back to 4 points.
Well, that's that Jack Blood run in that second quarter that turned the game a little bit for St Mary's, so hopefully that's the turning point for Leopold to get them back in this game.
Man on the mark, stands 25 from goal. Patton for his second, eases it over the goal umpire's head. Nice finish. So 2 goals for Mitch Patton. He's now got 55 for the season. And Leopold have got 4 for the afternoon. They move to 4-3-27 on the third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Food scoreboard. St Mary's remain 4-7-31 as they were at half-time. Thanks to Bowen Food, selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong try the fresh shucked oysters. Inverleigh by 41 over Thompson in the GDFNL Grand Final.
Is that 6 out of the 8, Kingy, to that end, is it? Or is it 7 out of the 8?
That is 6 out of the 8.
6 out of the 8. It's remarkable, isn't it? I know we spoke about it in that second quarter, but the trend's continuing.
West gets it down in the middle. Orgarinos, though, gets the clearing kick for St Mary's. Inside 50, Sprague goes up, can't take the mark. Front of the pack. Might be the man with 2 first names. Gives it to Burgess again, breaks the line. This time he gets wrapped up. He's got to get away to West. He gets a tumbling little punt, but only as far as Benson, who tries to break 2 tackles. He can't break the second one, and it's on centre wing, and it will be a ball up. Just play on a bit by the looks of it for Leopold Kirsch.
Yeah, absolutely. That might be a little bit of instruction because the conditions try and break the lines.
Quick kick out of the pack by Thompson. Socket off the ground by Loftus, but it went backwards for St Mary's. He'll run onto the loose footy, though. Down in the ground level, got a handball away. Stevens on the outside of the right boot. Damien McMahon dropped an absolute sitter. Pepper took the footy. Then he just kicked for space. A rolling ball to the boundary line. How will that be judged?
Yeah, he's got him.
No, boundary throw.
Thought about it.
The field umpire built up speed. But that's usually the international signal for I'm playing insufficient intent.
Yes.
But it wasn't paid that time, and it's a boundary throw in at left half forward. Leopold in attack. West and Loftus to go at it. West, double palm down. Tate, break through the Loftus tackle, handball release. Williamson runs to 35 and goals! They're back in front, the Boulders, and the crowd is up and about here at Leopold Memorial Park. 5-3-33. Leopold on the third quarter. Bowen Food scoreboard. St Mary's 4-7, 31-3 on the bounce either side of half-time for the Polders. Williamson kicks his first and just his 10th of the season, and a crucial one at that for the former Port Arlington star.
Well, there's that West and Loftus match-up there in the boundary throw-in, and there gets your advantage. West gives that first touch. That was a training drill. Straight down to Tate, gets the clearance. Absolute champagne football, Jason, that was from a stoppage.
Benson having a rest. Blood into the middle for St Mary's. Loftus in the ruck against West. West stands there. Loftus gets a hand to it. Falls to Rob Maybaum, though, for Leopold, who gets the kick out wide. Very wide. And that's in Kingy's car park again. And it's out of bounds for a throw-in right up forward for Leopold.
Double garage, please.
Pardon me, double garage. Has it got the pool table in there?
No.
Well, let's get one of those, please.
No, I want my cars.
You got a pool?
No.
Why not?
Because we live about 10 minutes from the beach.
Fair enough.
Boundary throw-in, double palm down by West, front of the pack. Maishman lost it in the tackle to Kilpatrick. He's dumped in a tackle. Ball spills out, plucked out the back by Tate. It was like a clean out in rugby union. Gave it to Justin. Justin's kick inside 50, a bouncing ball. Scott went with the one hand, couldn't knock it away from Rayner. For St Mary's, he was clean. Ling received it from Stevens. Kick around the corner. Wagner a fit of the fumbles. Blood almost threw it to himself. Now he dives on the footy. Wagner dives on him. Ball now spills out. Rayner's been good. Handball release. Loftus, quick hands. Ling just jammed it on the boot for St Mary's. Kicked it towards Justin, who couldn't mark for Leopold. And then, big tackle on Copley. And that is a sling tackle. Gee, you wonder why players, when they've got them held like that, have to make that second motion. Copley quickly wants to give it off. In trouble, Blood gave it back to Copley, who now has to kick to the wing, and the leading Dobson, who takes it in front of his eyes, but a long way from home, out of wing here at Memorial Park.
So Dobson goes towards half forward, long leg. Sprague, great kick. Sprague takes it on the chest. He wants to wheel and go quickly. Call to play on inside, top of the square. Dowling pushed past it. Noffy, does he push past it? Umpire said he was. I think it was just a nice little
I don't think it was
nudge
a
in
shove.
play, and but the umpire does not agree.
No, he doesn't.
And Paddy Dowling has a set shot for goal from 20 out directly in front to again give St Mary's the lead. He's kicked one this afternoon. And there's a couple of Leopold players here. Trent Thompson still can't believe it as Paddy Dowling comes in southern end of the ground to give them a lead again. He keeps it low. Goal umpire does not move. That is his second. And St Mary's go to 5-7-37. They lead. Leopold 5-3-33. Bowen Foods, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
Whilst they did occur the free kick or alleged free kick, they didn't need to do it. It was 2v1 and they had him beat in the air anyway. So they probably just needed to hold somebody on there and then defend the ball in the air. But nonetheless, it's a goal. And that's not changing, Jace.
Around the grounds, thanks to Leopold Sporties. Sea Lake Nandoli.
Oh.
You know who plays there?
Sea Lake Nandoli, who?
Yeah.
Josh
Jenkins. He's kicked 4 of 7. They lead by 22.
Thank you for that. Is that the Central Murray
North
League?
Central.
North Central League. Kick of West. He's smothered, and here's Blood getting the ball to Benson, and they'll go inside forward 50 again. Dobson sets himself front position. Spoil from Trent Thompson from behind for Leopold. Front of the pack, Bond. Wonderful tackle, Marcus Thompson holding the ball. And he needed to lay that Marcus Thompson, and then it'll be 50, will it? No. Umpire just exchanging positions. Thought they might have been calling 50. Marcus Thompson has got an option in the middle of the ground in Harris Jennings, who has gone forward of the footy for the moment. Kick to the wing. Riley Stoney's target. Couldn't mark off the hands of the pack. Stone attacked the footy. Got to get a handball. Can't. Rayner's tackle good. Holding the ball. Wow. He just had to get that on. He had a man on the inside and he missed him, Riley Stone. And Rayner, who I reckon he's won 5 free kicks at least this afternoon with the footy. True centre wing will send St Mary's into attack. What's he got? Leopold players lining up. He's put it straight onto the chest of Trent Thompson, who is playing in front of Dobson. And he takes the mark and they hold firm for the moment. Centre half back he goes with a kick and it's well weighted to Wagner.
The piano tuner at defensive 50 now, looking to the outside. He's not much to kick to. He goes along now. High kick, 1-on-1. Richie it is, but he again puts it into the double garage that Kingy's got it at his place. It's that wide. It's out of bounds. It's just in the field of play. Bounced. And we'll have a boundary throw in on the outer side.
Just rolled in as I close the electric roll the doors, sort of right, Indiana Jones style as he gets away from the counter. How's
he going? He got no pull though. Ball back towards the boundary line. Thompson can't take it. And in the end, it's seen over by Harry Ling. And it's right half forward for Leopold. They trail 5-3-33. St Mary's 5-7-37. 10 played. Third term on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock.
Front position West against Christensen. West maybe winning the tap that time. Ball to the front. Justin tracking it. Went to ground. Benson was fantastic. Won the footy and then got a handball into space. Managed to get it on the bounce to Chalcraft. Chalcraft snaps a kick around the body. And he's put that into the Harvey Norman lounges on the outer side of Memorial Park. And that'll be a free kick. A lot of play on that outer side of the ground today.
Oh, they're box one. They are. They have VIP seats over there.
They're very much enjoying the afternoon. Jennings, nobody stands the mark, so he buys 10 metres and then drives a kick towards right half forward. West from behind won the tap down. Williamson, wonderful roving. Handball release. Thompson, 55 from goal. Saw the open goal square. Skidding, rolling ball. Has missed to the right. McMullen would have tracked it anyway. Margin is again 3. 5-4-34 Leopold. 5-7-37 St Mary's. In this third quarter that's gone 11 minutes thanks to Barwon Foods.
Travellini kicking in from fullback. Got Garner. He goes further towards Christensen and West. West, big thump away. Just wants to give it a 50-50. Orgarinos, Rayner. Handball over the top. Squeezed it. Danger. Oh, got okay to Harry McMahon. They're out now. He goes long. Dobson over the back. Which way is it going to bounce? Look at Mitch Burgess. He's on the outside. He's in the 8 box. He goes. Look at Mitchie. He's won it. He's got it. He's a 340 favourite. And he's got there. And it's through for one behind.
I'd take him at 340. Don't worry about that. It is speed,
yeah. I know. And through for one behind. They come the other way. 5-4-34 Leopold. St Mary's 5-8-38.
Pepper long to West, who worked hard. The kick-in was marked from the Trent Thompson kick by Pepper, and the kick was good. And West has got it below our best seats in the house for Apco Cafe 24/7. West sends it to Pepper. Barely went 15, but the mark paid. Leopold happy to control the footy into the breeze for the moment. They trail by 4. St Mary's 38, Leopold 34. Third quarter action for Barwon Foods. Long ball, Giddings front position, strong grab. Went to give the handball off, decided against it. Goal square is his intended target. That's where he goes now. Crosses back out on the ground, was able to palm it down. Justin taken high. His noodle. We'll take a free kick. McMullen over the top on Luke Justin, and the Cholera Nurak product will go back and have a shot at goal. He hasn't got up moving very well. Luke Justin for St John of God. Birchie, keep an eye on that. Just a little bit of a tweak maybe to an ankle, which makes me think if he's not right, is there somebody there he can give a handball off to at close quarters? But Luke Justin wants to own the moment, coming off 2 goals against St Mary's back in round 3. A chance here to give his team back the lead. He swings out onto the left boot. He's pushed it across the face. It actually won't have the carry. And a wonderful Hamlin hanger taken at the front by Giddings. It was made for a man to have a run and jump at it. It's unbelievable that Justin couldn't make the distance. But Giddings, front position, took the grab. And in the left forward pocket, man on the mark about 6 metres from goal. This is not easy, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
No, it's a very, very tough kick. I'm surprised he's going the drop punt. I thought he might have gone a little bit round the corner, but his work rate to get back there was really good too.
Giddings for a Leopold lead, steps out slightly, drop punt. He knew what he was doing.
He did.
Kicks the goal, game game number 50 for Connor Giddings this afternoon, and he kicks his first goal. The man who's equal fourth in the GFNL for contested marks, showing why there. And Leopold now a 6-4-40 on the third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Food scoreboard. Barwon Food selling the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong. St Mary's a 5-8-38, and we've got a cracking contest now. It's really opened up thanks to the Sporting Globe, Kirsch.
Well, he took a contested mark, got it forward to Justin, who got the free kick, and then he got a contested mark back again. So he's doing it all at the moment, but that's what they need. They need a few marks inside forward 50 just to sort of give them a chance to have a shot on goal, slow the game down a bit, have a bit of tempo footy, and have some good play there. But before that, it was good play along the attacking side as well.
Lions back with the lead, and Christensen back in the ruck for St Mary's, up against Maybaum having a run now. Coming off the wing, Loftus. Benson's there, but Kilpatrick takes it away, drives it long, inside 50, over the head of Burke, and Giddings, the two number 18s, Connors. He's pushed towards the boundary line, and it will be a throw-in. About 30 around from the Leopold goal.
That fence just seems to come into
Very
play,
close,
doesn't
it? Yeah.
They get some speed up with that breeze, and they hit that fence hard.
Get down to you in a moment, Birchie, because I think you've got a view on that. Boundary throw-in is allowed to bounce away from the ruckman. It's picked up by Williamson, who turns and kicks around the corner. A high ball to the goal square. Where's Giddings? Goes with the one-hand ball, hits the ground. Maybaum hits it at speed, but had a fumble at the inopportune time. Stevens was clean for St Mary's. Boundary line too close, and we'll get a boundary throw in left forward pocket. Down to you, Birchie, for Geelong Sports Medicine Centre.
Yeah, I think one of the things is there's such a camber on the ground that it runs away as they cross the boundary line, and then there's that big guttering that I was referring to, so they can't pull up at all once they cross the line.
Real momentum takes them to boundary throw, especially the breeze. Maybaum, Christensen, front of the pack, Patton there for Leopold. Connor's ridden him like a beaten favourite and brought him to ground, and just inside 50 for Leopold. Left forward pocket will get a ball up. 40 playing 38, 15 and a half minutes played. Sun shining brightly, but wind wreaking havoc with the contest.
Christensen takes it out of the ruck. He's wrapped up straight away by Mitch Patton, who gives the ball back to the umpire. So 50 out from the Leopold goal. Another ball up. Christensen gets it down. Connors tries to ride the bump and got to get away. Did he drop the footy? The umpire says, held to him. Bit lucky there, the chip.
It was, because he tried to avoid the first
second one. Yeah, that's right. So another ball up. 50 out from the Leopold goal. Christensen gets it away. Great tap to Garner on the outside. He goes towards centre wing, but sitting back there, Burgess.
He's been good, hasn't he, all day?
His own footy in the third quarter.
But he started well. He set the tone early for them.
He did, and he plays on those blue boots going, and he goes long inside 50. Giddings goes up and takes the mark. Connor Giddings, another Hamlin hanger contender. He's just strong overhead, and he's starting to get his hands on the ball. And Sam Burke, the other number 18 for St Mary's, he is having a bit of trouble with Connor Giddings at the moment. He's called to play on, so he does, and he kicks it to the top of the square. Who's there? Over the back. Nick Stevens read it the better and took the mark for St Mary's in the last line of defence.
Yeah, Jai Cross is just not giving anything other than just somebody on the ground at the moment. He's hampered. Stevens' kick is going to flirt with the boundary line, and if it doesn't, West should mark. He doesn't. It was well done by Burke, who provided a good defensive spoil. Knocks it out of bounds for St Mary's. We'll get a boundary throw in left half forward. Big crowd has ringed Leopold Memorial Park, and I suspect as they hear the scores tighten, we might see more roll in here for the closing stages of the contest. Ball hurled back into play. West puts it back into the corridor. Could be dangerous, although Marcus Thompson was there through traffic. Went one way, then the next. Straightens up and then pulls the kick. Wagner stretching and marking. Takes it. 53 from goal. What's he got short? He goes to Patton and he hits him, but he's a long way from goal. Tough kick in these conditions. The breeze would be pushing it across the face, and distance-wise you would think that he's kicking into it.
Marcus Thompson nearly give the handball to the umpire then.
Well, the umpire got in the way. He had to balk him.
Yes. It's great.
Mitch Patton's kicked 2 this afternoon, which is no mean feat. In a contest that's only seen 11 goals kicked between the two clubs. Approaching 18 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Patton tight in the left forward pocket. This would be some sort of kick if he was to thread it. He now breaks the 50, gets close to the man on the mark, sends it on its way. He's pushed it across the face. They'll compete in the right forward pocket. No contest, Giddings.
Of course, who else?
Hamlin hanger contender Connor Giddings. If Noffy doesn't get you down back, Giddings will get you inside forward 50, and he takes a wonderful mark again. And he'll have a shot at goal from similar distance and angle, but on the opposite side from earlier in the quarter when he gave Leopold back the lead. He'll need to start this left-hand goal post, you would suspect. Man on the mark stands about 12 from goal. Giddings drives through the kick and he threads it. He's got 2. And they lead by 8. 7-4-46 the Polders. Marys are 5-8-38 on the third quarter. K-Rock Barwon Food scoreboard. They're selling the freshest fish and the finest shucked oysters direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Well, time for a change. They've got to get Burke off him because Burke can't compete with him in the air. So McMullen's probably got to go to him and get more body on him or just try and go with him.
He's doing it now, I think. I think they might have heard you.
See if there is a change.
Yeah, easy. Yep. I think McMullen's going to him.
There you go.
There you go. Well done, Kirsch.
Thank you. But that's what you have to do it. You have to change something up if it's not working for you.
Marcus Thompson in the middle. Tries to get away from Blood. He got the handball on the outboard to Ollie Tate. Got it away to Burgess. Got it back to Tate on centre wing. He gives it back to Thompson. The 2-4, the 2s, the 3s and the 6s they go. And he goes towards 50.
It's down ground free kick. The non-controlling umpire who was in the St Mary's forward 50 has paid something on the outer wing.
Sling tackle.
Yeah. 700 metres away.
So Connor Giddings, he goes lateral to the piano tuner. He's 50 from goal. Thought about it short. He does. He chips it over the top. Just inside the field of play to Reynoldson. So tougher kick for Reynoldson.
Yeah. They've been so dominant because they've played this side of the ground. They've been getting some really good looks at shots on goals. But as soon as they get into that deep side, it does cause a lot more problems and it's a lot harder to score.
By Reynoldson.
You watch, he'll kick this now.
He probably will. He's going to kick it from just inside 50. He is a left foot up. He comes in now. Holds up in the breeze. And in front, Giddings. He nearly got it again. Handball comes back to Maybaum off a step. And right on the goal line. Goalkeeper style Sprague for St Mary's. He's going to clear the play and put it out towards half-back.
He is, but it's a foot race that Pepper leads, although the bounce eluded him and Chalcraft was favoured by it. A tumbling forward kick towards Harry McMahon. Foot race, Jennings. He'll see it to the boundary line and out for a boundary throw. Insufficient intent. Umpire. That's horrendous.
Wrong.
And Harry McMahon now will drive it inside 50. Not a great kick for Dobson. Trent Thompson couldn't mark. Ball at ground level. Dobson over it. Trying to knock it to Blood. Blood's got it about 15 out from goal. He's brought to ground. And also, high tackle paid. Free kick to St Mary's against Trent Thompson. There's a Saint at the bottom of that pack. And it's Cade Chalcraft with it. With a chance to pull the margin back to 2. But that decision here was absolutely, questionable at best.
One of the worst decisions I've seen in football. And I've seen some hot shockers.
Chalcraft, right forward pocket, man on the mark, 15 from goal. Right-hand goal post is his friend.
It's not a certainty.
Just the 3 goals this year for Kate Chalcraft. 3 games at the Cats in the VFL. To pull the margin back to 2. He's just got to kick through it, and he has gold. Snuck it in at the left-hand goal post. And the margin is back to 2. 6-8-44 St Mary's on the third quarter K-Rock scoreboard. Leopold 7-4-46 thanks to Barwon Foods, selling the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road in North Geelong. And on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock, we have ticked into time on well in at 21 3/4 minutes. Here's Matt Kershaw for the Sporting Globe.
Well, we weren't bang on about it, but absolutely harshly done by the Leopold Lions. But that's it. You can't give him a sniff. And it was actually a very clever kick originally by him to kick it along the ground because he knew he had nothing to kick to. So he made up a lot of ground to get it into their forward half. And, the rest is history.
West stands in the ruck contest and gets it down, but Garner roves it to Blood. He goes with the right boot out wide towards Chalcraft, the last goal scorer. Burgess, though, gets there first, does well from box 8 again, just goes around the corner. And he is quick, Mitch Burgess. And he sees it over the boundary line in front of the Harvey Norman loungers. And we'll have a boundary thrown at left half forward for St Mary's.
Inverleigh 63, Thompson at 29 at St Albans reserve. From behind, Christensen won the tap down. Jennings, the roving, tried to step through Bond. That might be holding the ball, I reckon. And he is. Tried to step through him and Bond just got the tackle laid. And a chance to go inside forward 50 and regain the lead here for the Saints in the shadows of three-quarter time. He's called to play on, so he just sets a kick up. Dobson is his target. Noffy and Trent Thompson, front of the pack. Copley ran into Dobson and then spilled the footy. Ball locked under the pack, not coming out. We'll get a ball up. About 20 out, make it 15 out from the St Mary's goal, just left of the corridor. Ball into the air for West to win the tap down. Front of the pack, Williamson, and he was taken high. He'll win a free kick here for Leopold. Gee, they'd love to take the lead no matter how narrow into three-quarter time, knowing they're kicking with the aid of the breeze in the final term.
Williamson from the last line of defence, outside 50 with the kick. Two Leopold players up. Noffy was in the middle behind Stone, and he took the mark right at the better. Just held up in the breeze, as you would expect, and he will take it from defensive 50 for Leopold. Drives it long. I think he might have put that into the car park too. That is out, and it will be a free kick to Charlie Sprague. So it's going to come back with interest for St Mary's. And Charlie Sprague's telling people to get off the boundary line because he's not kicking it there. The breeze is going to take it that way to the outer side at Memorial Park. He's called to play on. Goes with a right foot kick now, and there does the breeze. Dobson comes up, got a couple against him. Thompson at the back, tackled straight away. And we will have a ball up on 50 for St Mary's. They are 6-8-44. They trail Leopold 7-4-46. Bowen Foods, K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Ball into the air. West winning the palm down. Tate the roving kick partially smothered, but it fell for Harris Jennings. Slung in the tackle, and he got out of the tackle and then drove a kick towards the outer wing for Leopold. Ball at ground level was overrun there by Burke. Cross to lay a tackle on Sprague. Did okay just to hold Sprague up and then pull the footy in underneath. Sprague, umpire says, well, give it to me, I will ball it up. I thought he was going to play holding the footy there for a moment on Charlie Sprague. West to go at it in the ruck. Christensen winning the tap down. Rolling ball. Luke Justin head over it for Leopold. Algarinoso was clean. Took the footy and then jammed it on the boot. It'll bounce. Noffy took it cleanly. Burgess, he missed him with the handball, but Burgess should have too much toe and he'll run away from Dowling with the bounce. He'll look to have a second bounce, although Dowling did well to provide the pressure, but his long ball is fantastic for Scott.
Scott now plays on, gets around Harry McMahon, goes, takes a bounce, gets away from him, handballs back inboard. It's going to be Trent West, 40 out from goal, and he kicks the Lambie 7. Goal of the day, Trent West on the run, if you don't mind. And Mitch Burgess, they're running to him at half-back as well. He set that up, got it out wide, and they brought it back in through Sam Scott to Trent West, and he kicked his first of the afternoon. Goal, old father time. He's turning back the clock. 8-4-52 Leopold St Mary's, 6-8-44 Bowen Foods K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
Well, all the work was done on the half-back, the wing to the half-forward, and he just sauntered on through the corridor and got himself on the end of one and kicked one straight through the high diddly. But Mitch Burgess, Noffy put him under all sorts of pressure, but he just put the afterburners on, and the way he went, he's been terrific today.
West and Sprague. West in the middle, won the tap down. Marcus Thompson, handball release. Wagner, and there's going to be a free kick coming back, and he hits Sam Scott on the lead too. Advantage has got to be paid there.
Has to be.
It has to be. If the player chooses to take it, the umpire's got to honour that. So Leopold have been fried by two decisions in this last 5 or so minutes. That had to be advantage paid. That's an umpire with no feel for the contest there. Marcus Thompson, back of the centre circles, drives it long inside forward 50. Giddings got nudged under the footy out the back. Sam Scott's going to end up with it anyway. Tight in the pocket, pulls it, well, tried to pull it back to the top of the square. Did he? No, went the banana. And he's put it out of bounds on the full into the cricket net pocket here at Memorial Park.
It went behind him.
8-4-52 Leopold, 6-8-44 St Mary's. We've gone 26.5 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries third quarter time clock.
Nick Stevens has brought rain with that kick. That went very high now. Benson, he gets wrapped up too high, said the umpire. He needs to get into the game, Harry Benson.
Yeah, he does.
For St Mary's to win this. He hasn't had much of it this afternoon, the Matheson medalist, and he can make a difference. He goes left half back towards half forward, kick out wide to Dobson. But the boys in the Harvey Norman lounges, they're going to get the ball and give it back to the boundary umpire because that's a long way over the boundary line at left half forward for St Mary's.
We did hear when we went downstairs at the break, the Grovedale Reserves player said that the lounge people were very vocal. Jason?
I'm sure they are.
Providing plenty of direction.
Advice.
Ball back into play. West got a little nudge from Sprague. He grabbed it out of the ruck and then jammed it on the boot. Rolling ball will roll towards the boundary line. Shawcraft won't be able to keep it in. We'll get a boundary throw in. Right where the 50 meets the boundary line at left half forward for St Mary's. 6-8-44, the two-time reigning premier. Trailing Leopold 8-4-52, the winner of this preliminary final to play South Barwon here next Saturday in the grand final. Ball at ground level for Benson to take it. He's taken by Wagner and also Justin, and 45 out from goal. We will get a ball up.
Around the grounds in Balee, 69 lead Thompson, 31 in the GDFNL grand final.
Tigers have added some respectability to the scoreboard. Tapped down by West in the ruck contest. Wagner taken in the tackle for Leopold by Blood. And we'll get a ball up about 40 out now from the St Mary's goal. 28 minutes ticked over on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Ball into the air again. West trying to just palm it into the path of Justin, who lost it in the tackle. Oh, holding the ball is a decision.
Oh.
That is harsh.
I can't watch it anymore.
And Copley will have the free kick. Matty Copley has kicked one this afternoon, courtesy of a 50-metre penalty. And he will have a shot here to make the margin 2 points. Nick Stevens is wanting to cruise past for a handball receive. Sam Scott's awake to that. Copley will go short. He's seen something. He went over the head of Blood. Had too much on it. Augurinos onto the loose footy. Left foot snap. Bouncing ball in the pocket. Dobson. Dobson around the corner for one of the goals of the year. Wonderful finish from Sam Dobson. Oh, hang on.
The Leopold defenders.
There's going to be discussions here.
Sold the umpires, I reckon.
So, conferring is field, goal and boundary, and I reckon we're getting a goal, and Sam Dobson's kicked an absolute cracker. First of the afternoon, one to remember for Sam Dobson, our league-leading goal kicker, and the margin is back to 2. In the left forward pocket, the snap around the corner was absolutely sublime, and the margin is less than a kick as we approach three-quarter time. Third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Food scoreboard. St Mary's 7-8-50, Leopold 8-4-52.
Yep.
It's getting some private Twitter. It's getting worse, they said.
3 howlers, 3 goals, so pretty hard done by. But Pepper's causing a bit of stir out there at the moment, getting a few of the St Mary's boys.
Back to the middle. West gets it down. Marcus Thompson can't take it. Sprague. He tried to pick it up and give it away to Augurinos, who got a clearing kick to centre half forward. No mark taken. Chalcraft. Pepper's there, and can he break free? He got the kick away, but only as far as Maishman. And Pepper's going at it too as well. Is it? I think the ball's coming back, and where's it coming?
Free kick to Leopold.
Okay,
so where the ball was is where the free kick's being paid. Pepper has got under the skin over some of the St Mary's forwards.
Doug Bond, it was that time, and it's going to be a free kick.
A few ironic cheers from the crowd, Jace.
And Fitty too. So Jack Blood giving away the 50-metre penalty, and the piano tuner is not waiting for anybody because he's running to half forward. He wants a goal.
Jet Matthews has got right in the face of Jack Blood.
Good work, K-Rock zone. The ball goes out wide to Mitchie Patton on the siren.
Probably the hardest spot to kick a goal from.
Well,
if anybody's kicking it.
He's kicking it. You watch this. He is going to kick this goal, and the St Mary's reserves and under-18 players are right on the boundary in front of him,
offering some
at half
tips.
forward. And they will be going hammer and tong at Mitch.
Look, they've all
Patton.
come down the hill.
They have. He's kicked 2. It is currently 2 points the difference.
What if he kicks it? They'll
he'll
all
go
know.
absolutely bananas. So this is for his 3rd, and for an 8-point lead at three-quarter time for Leopold. Mitch Patton, right half forward, northern end of the ground, 40 out from goal, on the boundary line. I'm not even looking at the goals, I'm just going to look at Mitch Patton. And he didn't kick it because he didn't give me anything in the follow-through. So it is three-quarter time in the preliminary final between St Mary's and Leopold. It's a Leopold 8-4-52. They lead St Mary's 7-8-50.
If that is the non-scoring end, well, it's not, but we thought it was coming in. Leopold have just kicked 5 goals.
Well, heavily the flags now. They have actually turned to go nearly straight down the ground.
Yeah, so Leopold might be kicking with the aid of a very handy breeze in this final term, and they lead by 2. That third quarter going 31 minutes on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. We'll take a break from here at Leopold Memorial Park. 1 quarter to determine our grand finalists for season 2023. Who's playing South Barwon? Is it the men in navy blue and green, or is it the men in green and gold? We'll find out in about 35 minutes from now. Thanks to Epco Cafe 24/7. Cruise into Epco today to win free fuel for a year. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
Burgess's hand, Brock Williamson test their run. We've emptied out the forward line a little bit, try and kick the ball into space, press in behind it and turn the ball over or score. So the Sons of Leopold, hopefully the next 30 minutes, David and Goliath. We've been David for a little while. Can we knock off Goliath? It'll be nice.
Good luck, Buddha. All the best.
Gary Hocking there joining us thanks to Geelong Sports Medicine Centre, your ultimate destination for health, fitness and recovery. The access to the coach is fantastic. You can hear the emotion in Buddha's voice. He might have played 274 games of league footy, but I reckon getting Leopold into another grand final would mean a hell of a lot to him.
Yeah, Maishman in the middle, Bomback Gully, Plant Farm match-up.
He's gone inside, so flick from the outside, gone to the inside, trying to get a little bit of strength around the ball.
Blood on the outside.
Yeah, Benson and Orgarinos in there as well. Not surprisingly, Wagner in there, Tate, and also Marcus Thompson, as they has been for most of the afternoon. Final quarter, 30 minutes to decide the second of the two grand finalists, Leopold or St Mary's, in this final term. Thanks to Metricon, Geelong's trusted builder. Love where you live.
And there goes Christensen, gets a hand to it with West. Benson against Wagner. The two number 9s, Blood on the outside. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. He needs some support. And coming across the ball, Christensen got it to Blood. So they're out now, St Mary's. The kick, though, was smothered very well by Marcus Thompson. Goes back towards half forward with the breeze. Coming out, Burke. And against him was Williamson. He tried to handball it away towards Ling, but he ran out of room, and we will have a boundary throw-in between wing and half forward on the outer side.
You could argue that's a free kick against Burke, couldn't you?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
We'll get a boundary throw-in. First quarter just under a minute old on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Should I say the last quarter? Can't do this for 3 more. Well, actually, I've got to tonight.
Yeah.
Adelaide and GWS. Here's a chance for Leopold. Handball, Billy Ritchie missed its target. Sam Scott will track it back to the middle of the ground, then straighten up and kick towards forward 50. Patton front position. Connors behind him. It floats over their heads. Williamson trying to get his hands on it. Well played, Connors. Knocked it down. Chance to clear. Damien McMahon to half back. Stevens drop what he should have taken. Pepper, a little neat kick. Not enough on it, though. Damien McMahon couldn't complete the mark. Williamson, good tackle. Dragged him to ground, but handball released to Burke, who gave it to Ling. Ling, a kick to the wing for St Mary's. Trent Thompson from behind had to spoil. Didn't. Dobson took a really good, strong mark for St Mary's.
Gives it to McMahon by hand, who runs past Damien. He drills the ball towards half forward. Shawcraft can't take the mark. Can he get around? He taps it over the top. He wants something to run into it. It's Blood. He gets a hand to it. Can he pick it up, though? He's got it towards the forward pocket. Gives it back to Shawcraft, who stands up. He gets tackled as he tries to get his kick away. At the back, Harris Jennings for Leopold wants to clear it, but he might only clear it as far as Damien McMahon, who takes the mark at left half forward.
He does, and will send St Mary's back into attack. It's a low squirting ball. Did absolutely no favours for Garner. He put his head over it. Thompson over him. That's both of them, Trent and Marcus. Ball locked up, going nowhere. Umpire Ganachia says, give it to me. I will ball this up just inside forward 50 for St Mary's. Make it about 45 from goal. Leopold 52, St Mary's 50. The winner to play South Barwon in next week's GFNL Blood Toyota Cup Grand Final. Tapped down by West. Roving Pepper jammed it on the outside of the right boot to half-back for Leopold. Brock Williamson in front couldn't take it. Benson came through like a bull at a gate. Handball on the up. Ling, Damien McMahon. Bond has marked left forward pocket. Tough kick, though, for a left footer, you would suspect. Doug Bond, who kicked a behind in the second term, looking for his 100th GFNL senior goal, playing game 95, the Deniliquin product. He's just going to set it to the pocket, and he's hit Dobson on the lead. Good smart play by Bond, and just patience there, and he's found Dobson, but it's a very tight angle, left forward pocket at the northern end of the ground. It looks like that wind has swung back around more westerly, so it'll be pushing across the face. It'll be some sort of kick from Sam Dobson. Kicked a cracking goal late in the third quarter to get his team back within 2. This for the lead. Dobson. Oh, what a goal. Oh, no. Missed to the right. Jeez.
Very close.
It couldn't have been too far away. And the margin is 1. Strap yourselves in. Leopold 8-4-52. St Mary's 7-9-51. Oh, no. Will Connor Giddings just appear out of nowhere at about the 28-minute mark?
Well,
Stop it.
He's in form.
So Burgess from full-back plays on. Goes as long as he can. Might favour McMahon. Oh, great mark in front. Hamlin, Hanger, Tev, Noffy. Handballs it away to Tate, who runs past. Goes with a kick. Tumbling punt, but Stevens goes back. Reads the ball better for St Mary's. Runs off centre wing. Goes back to half-back and takes it. Tries to drill the ball outboard. He does. And Blood takes the mark. That looks like a good move so far. Kirsch is working well. Blood goes inside 50. Turned it over, though. Marcus Thompson read it the better at centre half-back. And he's taken the mark for Leopold.
It was a tied kick from Tate. Kick to the wing, wanting Giddings flying. Good spoil by McMullen. Ball at ground level. Damien McMahon for St Mary's. Handball on the up to Maishman. Maishman a handball to Benson, who gave it back to Maishman. Looks to draw Tate, although his handball, it was intended for blood. He mishit it, so he had to go and find his own footy again, and did. Went in towards forward 50. Back with the flight, Jennings. Surely a mark or free kick. Pay the mark. Harris Jennings, spectacular. Back with the flight for the Polders.
Short towards Marcus Thompson, still inside defensive 50. Get the tape measure out. That was just 15. So Pup plays on, gives it to Jennings, who runs past, goes with a low spearing kick to Richie. Great mark! If you don't mind, that is a Hamlin hanger, and he's taken on the bootstraps. Billy Ritchie. He goes quickly. They've moved the ball beautifully to half forward, and Connor Giddings has taken the mark at left half forward. He plays on, and they're on. West! He takes a Hamlin hanger, stuck the right hand up and took the mark, and he'll kick the goal from 50. You watch this. No, he won't. He'll handball it off to the man with 2 first names. Luke Justin goes to the top of the square. Is it a goal? I think it is. Luke Justin has kicked a goal. Leopold's ninth, 9-4-58. They lead St Mary's 7-9-51. Metricon K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Well, make no mistake, that mark by Billy Ritchie was absolutely near impossible, Jace. How do you take it on your bootlaces at full tilt when it's half a metre off the ground?
He can feel the second slip any day of the week for me.
Absolutely.
Taking that.
That was absolutely... Don't worry about these high marks. That was as brilliant as you'll get.
Mark Wall would have been proud.
Oh, absolutely. Tubby Taylor in second slip, first slip.
Tapped down by West, roving by Thompson. Wagner and Leopold go forward again. 1-on-1 front position. Richie, another mark.
He's on fire.
The inclusion this afternoon. He's got Justin cruising past. He ignores that, and probably smart because Garner would have shut him down. And Billy Ritchie says, do you know what? I'm feeling it at the moment. He ignores Wagner and says, I'm going to have a shot.
Well,
St Albans, South Barwon, Bannockburn. And now Leopold in a chance to make himself a hero. He'll kick from 51. Got a good piece of it. High, long, strong on the line, touched. They're celebrating, but they've got to get themselves back in the play because it was touched on the line. I reckon Stevens was the man who knocked it through. Margin is 8.
And he plays on from full back to Nick Stevens. He goes long looking for Orgarinos, but Kilpatrick takes the mark. They're inspired, the Lions, at the moment. At right half 40, takes the mark. He chips the ball to Ollie Tate, who will just settle the play down. And he's just looking for a short little kick into the pocket. He comes out, Patton. Richie nearly took another hanger. He couldn't do it this time. Burke gives it away by hand. They get rid of it. Sprague goes back to Harry McMahon. That's a great mark too. All of a sudden, everybody's telling you a great mark.
Yeah, exactly.
And Harry McMahon takes it at half back.
To Harry Linger, gives a handball, sends a kick wide, wanting to get it towards a marking target, and Christensen, Jennings and Matthews. Handball on the up bond was quality. Damien McMahon, Justin to shut him down, but he got the kick away. High floating ball. Dobson, 2-on-1, surely held, yes. We'll take a free kick, and there's a Leopold player down sore. It's Burgess. Burgess is in pain on the ground for St John of God. Slowly getting to his haunches. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. That could be crucial to the closing stages.
I actually think he might have been hit in a part that doesn't help. And he's finding it difficult to...
Hip, he's just grabbing at a left hip flexor area. He's hunched over, and Dobson with the shot at goal, though. Left of centre, will kick from about 45. Got a good piece of it. That's a wonderful kick from Sam Dobson. He's second of the afternoon, cuts the margin back to 2. 8-9-57 St Mary's. Leopold 9-5-59 on the final quarter. Metricon scoreboard. Geelong's trusted builder. Love where you live with Metricon and Kirsch. I've got to ask the question, when does a 6-day turnaround for Leopold become a factor, if at all?
Yeah, probably about the 20-minute mark, I'd reckon. So you'd want to have at least a goal or two in front at that stage, but you're never out of the contest when you got someone like Sam Dobson's in front of the ball, because mark, free kick, on the lead, contested mark, he's in everything, and he doesn't miss when he gets the opportunity. This is going to go right down to the 30th minute. Don't worry about that.
Back to the middle. West gets it down. Tate in the middle. Wrapped up straight away by Maishman. Garner comes across to help out for St Mary's as well. And we'll have a secondary bounce. Umpire Ganacci with the football. Sets himself for Christensen and West. Come from the same side. West with a backhander. Falls to the back. McMahon's had an influence so far in this final term. Kicks across the centre of the ground. Reynoldson to chase it. Harry McMahon there as well. He taps it back towards Blood, who's had a good start to the final term. Gets around. Back inside. Handball. Benson. He gives it back and they run now. Blood on the outside with the kick. And I think it was too far. Copley couldn't keep it in. And it will be out of bounds on the full at half-back.
Copley's lucky not to have given away 50.
Yeah.
That's what Brad Close did in that final round game against Melbourne a couple of years ago. He knew it was going out in the full, so he fisted it away. And that's lucky not to have been paid. Long ball to the wing. Noffy can't mark. Back of the pack. Sprague gave it to Harry Ling. Had a fumble. Slung in the tackle. Turned it over. No. Throw, I reckon. No, not paid. Umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball it up in front of the scoreboard. It shows 9 minutes 45 played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock. Leopold 59. St Mary's 57. Exciting final term of the prelim final. West the tap down. Tate the roving. Boundary line too close. Has no room to move. He takes it out and will get a boundary throw in. So 2 points the margin. Leopold lead. Breeze blowing to the southern end of Memorial Park, the end that Leopold attack in this final term.
So boundary throw in. West with a big double fist up towards Williamson, who picks it up and tries to drill it to Scott. Stevens got a hand to it, but he had some support. Kilpatrick got a kick inside 50. Patton comes out at speed. He's wrapped up straight away. Nick Connors has blanketed him for the majority of the afternoon. He's kicked 2, Mitch, but he's going to be the bloke who pops up and kicks the goal for him. You watch. 50 out from goal. West, Sprague, Loftus it was. Now the ball spills free, comes back to Kilpatrick. He gets a handball outside towards K-Rock's own Jet Matthews, tries to get it to Reynoldson. Blood puts him into the ground with the footy. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 55 out from the Leopold goal.
The drought is almost over for Inverleigh. 75. They lead Thompson 32. And now there's a free kick paid over in front of the big Leopold's lot of Leopold faithful. Jet Matthews is going to take it quickly, turns and kicks, and he's put it out on the full. That's a poor kick from Matthews. He had to set that to somewhere in the corridor to allow for the breeze.
And have to send him to 3CS now. He can't be K-Rock's own. What's that? Come on, Jess.
His own, but
come on.
There was a waste of opportunity.
Connors will send it long for St Mary's to half-back. Dobson positioning himself. Spoil Trent Thompson roving. Benson was elite. Copley handball to the run of Garner. Garner with a helicopter towards forward 50. Bouncing ball. Dowling one way. Knocked off it by Pitcher. Dowling picked up the loose footy on his left boot. He'll swing on to now. See something he likes in the corridor. Chalcraft, did he hang on? Yes. Hung on to it long enough and will have a shot to put St Mary's back in front, although distance might be testing into that breeze.
He's not kicking that.
Cade Chalcraft, man on the mark, about 35 out. He's got a handball off. Dowling says, I want it from 49. He goes long. He gets to the goal line. It's off hands to the front of the pack. Stone, ball in the goal square and rushed through from behind by Leopold. Margin is 1. Don't rule out extra time. Don't rule out a Connor Giddings moment in the prelim final.
So Mitch Burgess has recovered and will do the kicking in duties for Leopold. He's come broadcast side for most of the afternoon from this end, and he does so again. Draws the player, gets the handball outboard, and they go long with the kick towards, Burke was the only one who really went up, and St Mary's take the mark through him on centre wing. So there's a couple others there, including Billy Ritchie and Connor Giddings. Oh, jeez, he chewed off a bit there to Damien McMahon, and now they've turned it over. Kilpatrick gives it away. Giddings with a bit of
it's
ball play. Is that a push in the back? The umpire said yes, it is. And umpire Kershaw, he agrees, and the free kick is going to go to Leopold. They go towards Ritchie again against Ling over the back. Ritchie tries to tap it on inside 50. Nick Stevens gets across there to help out for St Mary's. He's wrapped up straight away. The massive crowd here at Memorial Park says ball, but it's not happening, and it's going to be a ball up.
Everyone's on their feet, even the K-Rock box.
We're up. Come on.
Right forward pocket, about 35 from goal. West and Loftus to go at it. West wins it down for Leopold, but it's taken by Ling. West takes him in a really good tackle. Crunched him into the turf. Ball spilled out in that tackle. It stays under the pack now that has come over the top, including Orgarinos and also Marcus Thompson. And 40 out from goal. We get a ball up. Leopold in attack. 13.5 minutes played. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. They lead by 1. Ling through traffic was elite. Handball release to Rayner was good from inside defensive 50 who needs to hit a target and does. Harry McMahon, quick release. Maishman on the way through the middle of Memorial Park with a bounce.
He goes now with a right foot kick inside 50. Dowling in front over his head at the back of the pack. Leopold working hard. Trent Thompson just wants the safety. The boundary line. He might get it. That is a fantastic kick. Pappenhausen style. And he puts it out for a boundary throw in.
Reynoldsson didn't read it that well, actually. It was going to stay in. He probably could have made a better effort to mark that.
So it's going to be a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for St Mary's. Right with the sun in the eyes for Trent West and Sam Christensen. In front, West gets it down. Open in front of him. Thompson to run onto it. Ling's there as well. The man with 2 first names did well on a block. He couldn't get Pup to get the ball. And it will be a boundary throw in on centre wing. It's 8-10-58 St Mary's. Leopold a 9-5-59. So the Metricon K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Metricon Geelong's trusted builder. Love where you live.
Inverleigh 81, Lee Thompson 32 in the GD Grand Final. Around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Tap down again West. Front of the pack Tate for Leopold. Handball release back to Burgess. He's back on his feet. Kick partially smothered. It rolls out of bounds. And we'll get a boundary throw in at left half forward for St Mary's. 14 3/4 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferry's time clock in this final term. Thanks to Metricon. Geelong's trusted builder. Love where you live. 59-58. Leopold lead. Front position West again won the tap down. Rolling ball. Ball taken down. Harsh was Matthews. He got a free kick too high for Jet Matthews.
Got Copley and Garner.
Yeah. Really important part of the game with rotations as well, because you've got to get those rotations in the next 3 minutes so they can see the game out, particularly your important midfielders.
Matthews to the wing. Giddings flies front of the pack. Williamson read it best. Handball held back for Wagner. Had to jam it on the boot. Bonded his bootlaces, attacked it but couldn't take it cleanly. Maybaum neither he. Also McMullen. McMullen fumbled and then jammed it on the boot. Quick kick. Tate got to be aware of something behind him. Did well. Release to Ritchie. To Burgess. Middle of Memorial Park. Sends the kick to a one-on-one. Cross and Burke out is the best result for Leopold. Burke will look to burn off. Patton came across to provide pressure. He's hurt himself, Patton. Just keep an eye on that, Birchie. Slow to get to his feet is the star forward. He gets to his feet now. Yeah, he might have just copped a stinger of some description. And we've got a boundary throw in left forward pocket for Leopold.
So Christensen up against West in front. West gets it down to the side for Maybaum. He can't pick it up. Benson comes across the top of him. He doesn't give a free kick away. And we will have a ball up 50 out from the Leopold goal. They lead by a point. We have played 16 minutes in this final term. Port Phillip Ferry's time clock. Tate from the side of the ruck contest gets it there, and Patton has, well, he's recovered. He's like Lazarus because he's got up and he's taken the mark, and he will shoot for goal from 40 out on a pretty acute angle, but nothing gets past Mitch Patton.
Well, this game is crying for a Mitch Patton or Paddy Dowling moment, isn't it? Like, either end of the ground, one of them two can do anything to win this game of footy.
So Mitch Patton, southern end of the ground, 40 out, left forward pocket, kicking with the breeze across from right to left.
Tough kick, Jace.
I'm just going to watch him.
That's a real hard kick. Probably the hardest.
He's coming in. He's kicked 2. This to give them the 7-point lead in the preliminary final. Mitch Patton comes in. He's going to tell me straight away. He comes in and he has missed it. And through for one behind. So they double their lead. 9-6-60 now Leopold. St Mary's 8-10-58. Metricon K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. 17.5 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferry's time clock.
Travellini went to go to the outer side. Now he'll look to the broadcast side, and now it's outer side for Travellini. Pulls it slightly to the corridor. Dobson, big fly at half-back, took the mark, but he is a long way from home. He went to play on, now he does play on, and he sends a kick to the lead of Bond. It's a well-weighted ball. Pepper did well with the spoil. Burgess off the side of the pack for Leopold. A release to Tate. Tate with a neat little kick to Justin. Got it at true centre half-back. He'll bring it broadcast side. Best seats in the house. APCO Cafe 24/7. Ritchie, what a last quarter he's had. Ritchie now sees something at centre half forward. It's Williamson who takes it in the sunlight. What's he got inside 50? It's Scott. No Patton over his head. Rolling ball. Boundary line. Best result for Leopold. It's out. Right forward pocket.
He nearly played it perfectly, Mitch.
They did, yeah. Mitch nearly got it out the back.
How good's Billy Ritchie's last quarter been?
He's been amazing.
Huge. But his composure.
Boundary throw in. West from behind. Takes out the ruck contest. Left foot kick. Across the face of goal. And he has put that into my car, which is sitting over there in the netball courts. He's pushed that across the face of goal. And it's going to be a free kick to Nick Stevens in the last line of defence.
He ain't Tom Hawkins in those situations.
Needed to be a handball release, didn't it?
100% it did.
So the ball coming back to Nick Stevens in the right back pocket for St Mary's. He's looking laterally. That would be interesting.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Against the breeze, but he's going down the line. Long kick towards half back. Dobson over the back, couldn't take the mark. Copley puts the tackle on. St Mary's try and get it away, but at the back, Noffy gives it to the piano tuner. Outboard to Thompson, back inside now 50 with a kick. High, who's there? Where is Giddings? He's in front, punched away by McMullen. Towards Travellini, left it behind. McMullen's handball was slow. Set Connors a task. He gets it outside 50. Might be okay if it sits for Copley. Noffy's there as well. And it's into the Harvey Norman lounge area, and it will be another boundary throw in.
So that move of McMullen to Giddings has proved handy. Giddings he had just 5 minutes where he just dominated the contest against young Burke. Loftus has come onto the ground to do the ruck work against West. West now finds the body, might have won the tap down, but Loftus got a second knock onto it to Harry McMahon, who jammed it on the outside of the right boot for St Mary's. Trent Thompson from behind did okay, found it at ground level and then punted it forward towards forward 50. McMullen dropped what he should have taken. Giddings found it on the ground. Giddings straightens. Giddings has missed to the left. He had more time, I reckon, to get away from McMullen, and he maybe just slightly got overexcited with his opportunity in front of him. And the margin is 3, 9-7-61 Leopold. St Mary's 8-10, 58, 20 minutes played in this final term. We're into time on.
Stevens' kick in wasn't crash hot, but through the middle of the pack, they might get it. Benson goes to the outboard. He's trying to get Harry McMahon, who can't pick it up. He needs some support. And Rayner comes across to help him. Pushed off the football. There's Harry McMahon again. It was a trip, yeah. He was the one who was pushed off the footy by Wagner. And he'll take it at half back, wants to draw a play and give the handball out to Benson, gives it back to Stevens, runs along the wing. High kick towards centre half forward. This is where they're breaking down, and again they do. And Harris Jennings takes the mark for Leopold.
You think maybe one more goal for Leopold and it's done? But if St Mary's at a fine one, and then, well,
they've got to run it.
They do. Oh, it's a mung off the boot from Jennings. He went wide. Wagner tries to keep it alive. Might be best to see it out with Benson bearing down. Wasn't Jennings best off the boot?
Handball through half forward for St Mary's Kirsch.
Yeah, absolutely. They might need a bit of a change here. I know McMullen's doing a bit of a job up here, but no one's taken a mark except Dobson up forward. Do you want to win the game of footy or defend it? You probably need to win the game of footy, so McMullen forward, Sprague back, I would suggest.
West winning the tap down, front position against Loftus. Tate first onto it. Oh, I reckon that's ricocheted off his boot or shin out on the full, and it'll be a free kick to St Mary's.
Umpire Lamal right on the spot.
Yeah, it's Maishman who steps around Tate with a bounce and now sends a kick towards half forward. Jennings front position and Knack with a flight. Noffy doing what he does best. Tev Noffy.
This is the worry.
Taking the mark. Their defensive pillars have been outstanding. Long driving ball to the wing. Giddings his target. Oh, over the back, McMullen. That's a good mark, although called to play on. He gave it quickly to Rayner. Rayner to half forward. Front position Chalcraft behind Jennings. Ball at ground level. Chance for a free kick, I reckon. There's going to be one going to either Noffy or Jennings, and it's going to Harris Jennings. Not sure what for, but it has been paid for a hold. Here's Jason Doherty. Final term thanks to Metricon, Geelong's trusted builder. Love where you live.
Jennings out towards centre wing. Benson goes up, and Noffy takes a Hamlin hanger at centre wing. Fantastic from Tev Noffy. Like a slips catch, John Dyson style. He did nicely. He plays on. He gives it away to Maybaum. Under pressure, shrugs a tackle, gets a kick away. High, inside 50. Punched away Burke. Big double fister. Comes back towards the piano tuner. Handball to Scott. Great handball to Maybaum. Runs across 50. Goes to the top of the square again. Cross. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. Burke pushes him past the football. Oh, dangerous kick. Might be okay. Dowling, can he pick it up? He can. He's got a bit of time. In fact, it's Loftus who goes out wide, and it's okay. They find Dobson at half back.
He's got to get it moving because Doug Bond's got forward of the footy, and he'll take the mark. Noffy will try and shut him down. Bond swings onto his left boot. Kick inside forward 50. Harry McMahon the target. Pepper the one-hander. The most important mark of his career, maybe, from Andrew Pepper. And then he comes wide for Burgess, who marks just inside the field of play. Over the top with the handball to Maybaum. Maybaum will send it long to the wing. All alone is Kilpatrick. He can take it and go. Kilpatrick Kilpatrick, long ball, cross his target, front position, ball out the back, rolling and missing to the right. Kilpatrick, I don't think that was touched.
No.
Would have been a goal. Margin is 4. What about the mark of Pepper? 9-8-62 Leopold. St Mary's 8-10-58. Metricon final quarter scoreboard.
Connors kicks it in, looks for Nick Stevens, who goes up behind, can't take it. Front and centre was Benson. Got rid of the handball, chopped off by West though to Wagner. Handball, this to Isa Tate, 50 metres out, open goal square, and he has kicked a goal! Ollie Tate has put Leopold into the GNFL Grand Final! He's kicked it from 50, and that is the ball game! Ollie Tate has kicked it from 50, and jubilant scenes here at Leopold Memorial Park. They had plenty of opportunities, the Saints. They got caught up at half forward.
Didn't they? What?
And Ollie Tate has kicked his first. 10-8-68 Leopold. They lead St Mary's 8-10-58. 24 played final term on the Metricon K-Rock scoreboard.
The Leopold chant goes up
There it
around
is
Memorial
indeed.
Park. I hope you haven't gone early, Jace. West won the tap down. Stone off the edge of the square did the roving. High ball inside forward 50. Giddings coming up. Pattons fisted away Connors. Scott off the side of the pack for Leopold. Managed to drop it onto the boot. Marcus Thompson, it didn't go 15. Dumped in a tackle, brought to ground by Orgarinos. 45 out from the Leopold goal. I think one more ices it, but Jay Shaw confident they're off.
They're going to get 2. They're going to get 2 in 5 minutes.
They're there.
Ball into the air. West won the tap down. Benson the roving. Pulled off the kick. Dribbled a metre. Orgarinos hacked it off the ground. Found Bond. Handball release. Garner to Bond. Middle of Memorial Park. Needs to hit a target. Jennings back there. Couldn't take the mark against Dobson. Jennings at ground level. Tried to take it again. Dowling in the back. Free kick for the number 23. He's trying to get his hands on the footy quickly.
Be careful.
Jet Matthews is arresting the living daylights out of him as the kick goes inside 50.
It does. Chalcraft goes up, can't take the mark. Off the side of the pack through. Tate gives a handball to K-Rock zone. He can't pick it up. Also the man with 2 names, Justin's there. Chalcraft gets the handball out. It's a bit of space now. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be that man, Mitchie Burgess. He gets the handball over the top. Nearly to himself. It gets back to him. He's done the 1-2 to himself. He's taken a bounce. He goes long inside 50 towards Patton over the back. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Stevens. Oh, under pressure. Giddings comes out the way. Blind turn. Handball to nobody in particular. And then comes back towards Connors. Mitch is harassing him and holds him. He gets rid of the ball. And it's through for a rush behind. And it's all happening. I think Kirsch is barracking. I'm sure he is.
He says, because that's what Mitch said. He goes, ball.
Long ball, Maishman got Loftus marking on his chest, bobbled it at right half back, and he says, I'm going and I'm away. He gave Winburn to West with a bounce. Now a kick to half forward. Jennings a spoil on Dobson. Dobson was first to recover. Found it at ground level, but then he was found in a tackle, and we'll get a ball up. Oh, holding the ball. Oh, Dobson's going to be pinged. And Tate's going to take the free kick. I think Loftus should have just kept going. Who was going to catch him?
No one. Burgess. That's about it.
Tate short, and they can control the footy. Reynoldson, Marks, back of the wing.
Well,
The margin 11, 10-9 playing 8-10, 26.5 minutes played on the Port Phillip Ferries time clock in this Metricon last quarter.
Ball goes towards half forward, off hands. Thompson put his hand in there. West got it away to Maybaum again. High kick up the chimney. Thompson.
Who else?
Marcus Thompson went back with the fly to the football and said, I'm just going to hold it up and take a shot for goal. He's 55 out. If he kicks this, I'm walking home.
Absolutely.
He's going to play on now and go as long as he can. He does. Top of the square. Where's Giddings? He's got 2 on him. He nearly took the mark at the front of the pack. Maishman, handball away to Connors, and he drills the ball. They're going to have to play on at all costs here. They do. They get it going. St Mary's to Travellini. 50 out from there for Leopold's goal. He goes towards centre wing, but again, Scott stands in the way for Leopold. Tate gives the handball away, sets a bit of a task. So he goes back to help out. Left foot kick wide, and way wide, out of bounds on the full.
Time might be against St Mary's now. They've got to find 2 goals. They haven't kicked one since the 8-minute mark of this last quarter, so they've gone best part of 20 minutes without one. Travellini has it at right half back. You might as well take on the game and lose trying to win rather than... And that's siren anyway. Leopold are into the decider. St Mary's frustrated. Damien McMahon punches the turf. And Leopold are off to the big dance for the first time since 2016. For the first time ever, we're going to have South Barwon and Leopold face off for the GFNL Premiership. An absolute cracker, and they have swarmed Memorial Park, the green and gold faithful. 10-9-69 Leopold. St Mary's 8-10-58. The Saints will be denied a hat-trick, and the Polders will chase their second GFNL premiership back here in a week's time. South Barwon lay in wait. It's going to be an absolute cracker next Saturday afternoon. The last loss by the Swans was to Leopold, and a 9-game winning streak has them in the grand final, while Leopold, for the second year in a row, find themselves coming out of the elimination final to play in the decider.